All right. Okay, go on.
I want to get a sling and some rocks.
Oh yeah. Well, the rocks are pretty much free. You just go out in a field and pick some. Eric can tell you what they weigh. I don't remember. Actually, you know what? I can add thin in the sheet. Are they already in there? Are they in the inventory?
They're in there.
Okay. The sling is pretty cheap. I'm sure you can get one at any of the shops. It's like 5 copper for a sling. So.
Yep. The stones were half a pound each.
And I don't know that any of you are rolling in dough right now, but there is still this. That's apparently not the link I need to pull. This one? That one.
That one. Not rolling in that much dough yet.
Yeah, but those arrows are probably the lowest price you'll ever see. Because I was looking at the book for like arrow prices, and it in first edition said 120 gold for a +1 arrow, and then it said between like 12 and 24 arrows. So I was like, well, that's 5 gold each. But people have pointed out to me that should be 120 gold per arrow, which seems excessive given what a sword is, though. And that the 12 to 24 was to indicate how many you get when you like roll on the random treasure table for them. So they'll probably go up from the current 5 to 6 gold they are, but sometime, Apparently this guy's just got inventory he's got to move.
How's the gambling scene around this town? Pretty hot?
Yeah, you should go over to the, is it the Muddy Puddle? Is that the one? Yeah, the Puddle is one of the most well-known locations in the Underkeep district. It's a tough tavern, simple bar food service, and the ground floor common rooms where working people come to drink, dice, and fight.
Cool.
The upstairs room is even more suspect, where criminal plots might be hatched. So yeah.
I want to blow 15 gold.
Well, you know what? Let's see. You could win. It could happen. How much gold do you have, by the way?
17. Saving a couple so I don't have to sleep on the streets again.
That's true. That wasn't good for the honor. Man, you got to get your gaming skill up. I think my app just locked. No.
Practice makes perfect, right?
I mean, actually, technically, there are rules for that a little bit.
This has to be written back when they were using D20 for skills, which I know they were, because there's a few skills you can find where they run them on. They're like, a character with a gaming skill can also attempt to cheat, thus gaining a +1 bonus to his skill check. Yeah, +1 on your D100. Okay.
Yeah, it's 5%. And if you take the expert cheater, you get like another 25%.
Well, here's the good news, Teeger.
Yep.
At one point, you're up 50 gold.
Nice.
The downside is that by the time you're, getting pretty drunk on the cheap 5 copper ale and ready to go up to your room and pass out, you're down 10 gold. So you didn't lose all your money, but you did lose 10 gold.
Next time. At least I had a good time.
All right. Got a sling. You guys. Got so many sections in the story thing that it's actually hard to find what I'm looking for now. Where are the rest of you chilling out during the day? At the inn, you go into the taverns,
Well, it was the evening when we got back. Is it still the same day we got back, or is it the next day?
This would be the day you got back, which was like evening-ish, right?
Yeah, so I'm ready to just hang out in the inn and do nothing, I think.
You guys, those of you at the Yellow Cloak Inn, Teeger would be there eventually after his gambling. Do hear a very boisterous group in there telling the tales of their exploits. all of which are pretty vague in terms of where they actually were in Arden Vul, but all of them also how they, overcame very tall odds and vanquished their foes. And
So sling bullets don't seem to have like a checkoff system like arrows did. Is that am I
Don't
doing
they?
something wrong? I mean, well, let me share. Maybe I'll share my screen.
I think they should. Hold on.
I mean, mine does.
It's not the damn company of the spotted cow, is it? I hate those guys.
Oh. That's weird.
I
No,
just pulled
I
it.
see the ammo. You just got to add an ammo to your.
Yeah, you got to put the number in.
It doesn't do it automatically though. It's just it'll.
Oh, okay.
So it'll track your shots, and then at some point, you have to know, hey, that was 20
What?
and now it's 10. I got to remove 10 or whatever. I'm too lazy to ever hook that up. But anyway, there's this group that another adventuring party known as Dalton's Darlings, led by Dalton himself. They all look to be, well, they don't all look to be human. There's one halfling in the group, and they're getting pretty loud in the downstairs of the tavern. Just basically talking about how awesome they are. That's all. You haven't heard much in detail about them other than they've been murdering beastmen. In particular, the rat-looking ones.
I asked a bunch of questions last week. You never answered.
Oh, well, I see.
What? God damn it.
Alex, didn't Mom? Oh, you give me a hug? All right. All right, bud. Oh, I'm going to have to answer those later. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Well, I'm gonna keep an eye on the shifty halfling and make sure he doesn't try to rip anyone off or harass the women.
He probably does harass the women a little bit.
Well, I don't like that.
You do notice he's got a very strong body odor. And he's a little fat. He's ordering a lot of sweet rolls and stuff. And yeah, you actually do guess he's probably pretty skilled at stealing stuff just by watching him. You don't see him actually steal anything when he's here, but he's quick, man. But they don't pick a fight with you or anything. Unless, you do that.
So wait,
we can
I
deal
forget.
with him later if we have to.
If I roll, do I roll? Wait a minute. What the hell?
What are we talking
Wrong
about? Oh, you guys should memorize spells too. Let me reset the deck. If I haven't already. I'm not sure what you were asking me.
I did the wrong thing.
My son left the TV on. I'm going to go turn that off so it's not playing for the next 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever.
Is there a difference between a sling stone and a sling bullet?
Yep. The
How much damage they do?
Awesome
Yeah,
damage.
it's basically how much damage they do. It's really just one is just a random stone you picked up, and one is actually made to be a smooth, rounded marble, effectively.
The range might be different too.
Guess it's the difference
40,
between
80, 160 for stone and 50, 100, 200 for the bullets.
Yeah.
Bullets go a little farther.
it's a difference between just picking up a rock versus carrying around ball bearings.
Yeah, except larger. But yeah. Those things are a lot bigger than I would have thought. Okay.
So how much are bullets then?
Let's see.
They're in the item list. What's it?
Is it a good weapon?
Sling bullet, 1 copper each.
Can you afford it?
I will do it.
The downside is carrying them around, really. Just the weight. Is that really what it says in the PHB, though? Half a pound?
Yeah.
I'll triple
Man.
check, but I'm pretty sure yes.
That's crazy. All right, well, you guys turn in whenever you turn in. Fain probably had a little too much to drink.
Yep, sling stones and sling bullets, half a pound.
So I just want to make sure, because I could have swore
It was a baseball way.
when I used a bow and arrow, I did initiative with the bow and shot with the bow and did damage with the bow, and then it took off the bullet for the bolt. But for this, the sling isn't actually showing up in my weapons list on my actions. So I just want to make
Do
sure
you have it equipped?
I thought I did. Let me double check.
I just saw it on there a minute ago. I see it. I see crowbar, short sword, sling, comma bullet, and then sling, comma stone.
Those are the ammo. It doesn't.
Oh, the
Did
sling
you buy both?
itself. The sling itself has.
Oh no, yeah, it has sling bullet and sling stone because it doesn't know which way you're going to use it.
Yeah, I think bows do the same thing. They have sheaf arrows and flight arrows when you equip.
I do.
It could be. I just
That might be an interesting. Well, yeah. The problem is
The newer ones you put in might. Some of us that had bows since early on may have had weird ones that only had one.
That might be true. That is almost definitely true. Yeah, the actual ammo thing in your inventory doesn't really do much other than take up weight, and you adjust it manually once in a while. It's not going to auto deduct for you or anything cool like that. All right. Morning comes. Teeger needs money, so I guess you guys better go adventuring.
How's the weather look today?
Damn. Let's find out.
Should pin that calendar if you haven't already.
I think I pinned it in Discord.
Oh, you did?
But...
Yeah, I see it.
So do this, and you can hit that link button in chat. Create event. Hey guys, it's another sunny day, just like the day before. It doesn't rain much this month, apparently. I might have to play around with that.
That's what they say about April usually.
Yes, April, clear skies bring flies. I don't know. All right. What do you guys want to do?
Dave is back and he brought a utensil. We want to go make money out at the place. I'm ready to go.
All right. You guys spend about half a day traveling. It's probably around noon. You're nearing the base of the cliff. And,
Did we want to check out that house, that abandoned house on the road before the cliff?
The tower, you mean? But yeah.
I thought we were going to go
It
closest.
was one of our...
Yeah.
making a map, tower map. I don't remember.
There is one other thing that I'm picking up, but hold on. I mean, you guys can continue. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, so probably right before you get there, it's time for your midday meal or whatever. Hope you brought food. Otherwise, you're probably a little hungry. And indeed, there is a tower up ahead there. It looks like all the upper levels have collapsed. So there's probably just a ground floor. You see kind of a yawning open doorway into darkness there, and probably some rubble's even spilled out from the door. I don't have a map, so we're just gonna talk it. That's not to say there might not be an encounter or something, but there's a lot of towers. I didn't make a map for all of them. They're all basically a circle. So, use your imagination.
Teeger looks in the windows. Does he see anything going on in there? Or can he get...
At least right by the door, it looks unlike the ones like up at the top of the cliff. It's not like full of spider webs or anything. It looks actually from peeking in and the sunlight coming in from what you can see, near the entrance, it looks pretty clean in there. Like people have actually like pushed some of the rubble away or something. It looks like kind of clear and dry. You got to step over a little rubble in the doorway to get in there, but and you probably see like bits of discarded equipment or I mean, if it were modern day, you'd see some empty soda cans or beer bottles laying there. I guess I don't know what it would be in the fantasy equivalent.
Gotcha. Sounds like squatters, right?
Some squirrel carcasses.
Yeah.
But it definitely looks like people maybe camping there sometimes. You probably see a little like fire ring built.
Gotcha.
You haven't actually like lit a torch and gone in or anything. The tower itself is probably like 50 feet diameter. Yeah.
All right. Seems pretty boring.
Definitely no sounds coming out of there right now.
Yeah. I'm good to move on, unless you guys want to check it out.
Does it have an up or a down?
Well, it definitely does not have an up from what you can tell from the outside. It's pretty well collapsed. Down, potentially. You don't see one from, the doorway.
I will go in and take a look.
Do you have a torch or something?
I do have one torch, but it's too dark.
All right. So if you light your torch, you can see as you go in there. You definitely see the remains of like more fires and stuff as you go in there. It looks like, although most of them look, I don't know. They look like there hasn't been a fire in quite some time in here. No like fresh half burnt logs or anything. Everything in there is pretty old, but weirdly clear of spiders and all that. You don't even see any rats running around. Picking through though, you see, so it's like a 50-foot diameter tower. Probably near the entrance, maybe like a 20-foot section. Seems like people have like moved rocks out to the side or just kind of brushed stuff away to kind of like have a flat area. But beyond that, it's just like, parts of the crumbled upper story, furniture that maybe fell down and broke. It's pretty much filled with rubble other than kind of like an entry area.
Okay, that's one thing done, I guess.
So does it look like something we could use as a campsite if needed? Or maybe even clean up a little bit to use as a campsite if needed?
For a party your size, you would have no trouble making camp in there.
Okay.
And given that the upper parts collapse, you don't even have to worry about smoking yourself out, really. You do have a bit of roof, but it's not perfect. But it's not just open sky either. It's definitely dark in there. Other than, there's probably bits of sunlight poking through here and there. I need to find... There it is. You guys don't have any animals, right? It's just you walking?
Yep.
Hey, Teeger.
All right, you guys start up the slope. It's again, remember, as you're coming up, probably until you're about halfway up the falls. It's like misty and slippery. You got to go pretty slow. I actually have a note that I'm not going to do. That's like twice during the ascent of the long stair. Each PC will find his or her balance threatened and must roll 2d6 under dex or risk stumbling off the cliff face. It's like, no, I'm not
Wow.
going to have people randomly
That's
die
pretty
for
deadly.
failing a dex check. I would say though, you don't want to be running fast. You're definitely taking your time. That's part of the reason the ascent is so slow. You're being slow and careful because it is slippery. Parts of the path can be really narrow. My random battle map notwithstanding, where there looked like there was tons of room to run all over, it's probably a fairly narrow pass for the most part. And actually, it's actually most of it is actually cut. It's like a ramp that was actually built, going all the way up. Most of the way. Back in the day. Although obviously parts of it have crumbled and some parts are in better repair than others. Anyway, you're moving your way up. You get to the first switchback. Nothing special has happened, and you haven't really seen anything yet that you're like, oh yeah, this was one of the things we want to check out. I think that would be on your next leg up. So continuing on up, you eventually come to the second switchback. And that was where there was this big, like, 20-foot wide entrance into the side of the cliff. I think you can even see it. Do you guys need that picture?
Yep, it is one of the few not shared right now.
Weird. There it is. So you guys are here. And there's a big old entrance there. Right now, you're probably about 750 feet up off the ground level. Still quite misty and fun around here. And it's dark. It looks dark in there.
Where were we when we ran into the caveman?
I think you were halfway up the next leg of it, but I'm not 100% sure. It was you were in this general ballpark though. This entrance. Sorry, I should have specified. It doesn't look like a natural cave entrance. It looks like this was something that was probably built back at the time when this was, a civilized area. It actually looks like they like carved out like an entrance here.
Is the wizard statue looking directly at us?
Kind of is looking at its hand, but yeah.
Okay.
You get a good view of its nostrils from here. You could probably
That would
go
be
over
the-
and like touch its shoulder if you wanted to from
I
here.
was gonna say that's the fighter, not the wizard. But yeah.
Oh, you're right.
True, you're right. My bad.
Can I see? Can I see its eyeballs, eye sockets?
Sure.
I want to shoot an arrow into its eyeball.
It's a her.
Her.
But
Yeah.
that range is probably about 300 feet, more or less, up. Sure.
That's a long way.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, why not? Roll d20.
Oh, not even close.
Man. You go firing, but somehow like you're so worried about getting the right distance that you miscalculate, and the thing just sort of sails in the air and then just comes all the way back down and like splashes down in the bottom of the waterfall.
How
I
embarrassing.
wish
No
you
one
rolled
saw
a
that.
1, and while lining up your shot, you lost your footing and fell to your death.
But man, you totally had the height. You just had to zero in.
Next time we go by, I'll try again.
It does seem to be stone, though, just in case that wasn't clear.
Well, they're gonna make it seem to be stone.
Did anyone want to go in there, or were you moving on up the hill, the thing?
Well, pull out a.
I want to go in
Start
there.
looking in.
All right, heading in. This one's actually fairly clean too. You can tell this was probably some sort of like guard outpost or something once upon a time in the day. But it has been there's no rubble in here. This isn't collapsed like the tower. This is kind of like a big a chamber, probably about 8 feet tall here. That like anything that ever once was in here has been stripped out of. It's basically just a big empty chamber now. Other than you do see a like a fire circle there, like someone made a campfire, and you see what's probably easily like a 2-week supply of firewood stacked up next to it. But that's it. Firewood and like a rock circle with, burnt out, ashes and stuff on it. Another great place to camp.
Wow, it's really going quick today. That's
Yeah,
2 of the 3 things I wanted to do.
I really had to get that map ready this week.
I look for secret doors.
Aha. What are your chances? I don't know. You're human, so 1 in 6 is default, but I don't know if you have any special stuff.
I'm checking.
Did you say a few days or a few weeks worth of firewood?
Probably like 2 weeks worth. Like,
okay.
You can keep a fire going a long time in there. All told, it would probably take you probably half an hour to walk around the walls and do a really good search of them. As is common with all the Arcantian architecture, they really like to do like imagery on the walls. Sometimes it's what is it called? Frescoes, where it's coming out at you. Is that the right word?
Yep.
Other times they like to do like little tile mosaics to make pictures. Luckily in here it's fairly plain, but I'm kind of giving you this because it will not be uncommon for a secret door check to actually be kind of time consuming. Just the sheer amount of it's not like a blank wall you're staring at most of the time. Although here it is a lot more blank than other places you're gonna be in. Anyway, spending some time though, you do. I rolled for. No, I didn't roll for. Who did I roll for? You do not find any secret doors. Or secret anything, really. But, if a human's got a 1 in 6 chance, what are the odds that there would still be stuff here after all this time? People coming up and down.
That is true.
Clearly 5 and 6. No. All right. Continuing on.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Very well. Okay. You reach the 3rd switchback, where there was another entrance. This looks the entrance looks very similar. From the outside, it looks very similar to the one you came from, other than there was a stone door here, which like is smashed and is in pieces on the ground, and that's how it was last time you were here too. That's nothing recent. I'm gonna assume you go in.
Yeah.
This is a bit different shape, whereas the other one went back into just basically one big chamber. This is kind of like a big 20-foot wide hallway that goes back, and there's two side paths. Basically, it kind of makes an H shape. So you go in, and then there's like a left and right, and then as you go down there's kind of like 2 parallel things there. So you're kind of coming into the middle of an H and then going out either side. What it looks like is the remains of an old barracks. you could probably spend quite some time poking through. There's lots of rubble in here. There's cobwebs, but not of the oh my god giant spiders variety. But just at like the quick peek in here, which still means I'm assuming you're moving together, moving slow. It looks like the remains of a barracks, but it doesn't go real deep. But if you want to start poking through the rubble or stuff, let me know. We're doing secret door searches. You do get a sense pretty quickly that you've seen the room. It's like there's no rooms to explore really. There was basically 2 wings that were like 30 feet each. That probably were once lined with like bunks. You're guessing based on the remains you see of like wood frames of beds and scattered or tattered cloth. What would remain after all this time. So, do you want to do like a good search through all this crap, or do you want to say, eh? Would probably take you a few hours to do a decent poke through here.
Which means it would be night, and we'd probably want to.
It'd be
go
evening.
ahead.
Right now,
Okay.
it's probably 2, maybe 3.
What do you guys think? I'm fine with slow and steady, but if this is boring for you guys, I mean, we can move on to places where we think there's more likely to be,
I'm good with checking it out.
Yeah, we're here. Might as well check it out.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of agree with your boring comment, but at the same time, you say we search it, and I can say a few hours pass. Here's what you find for the most part. So it can be pretty quick. Sounds like you guys are searching. Are you going to split up to go faster, or are you going to stay together?
I'm going to stay at the door.
We cover the ground in half the time if we split up. You're on guard patrol? Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should probably go in like 2s, but I don't think we need to all go together.
Yeah, pair for each wing.
You will need a light source, and you're probably going to need about 2 hours worth of light per group.
Okay.
So I didn't check this when we left, but I would have. How long does like a flask of lamp oil last?
Hold on.
I should write that on the thing. I know it's in the book somewhere. A torch is an hour, right? Or is it half an hour?
I think a torch is an hour.
Light sources, page 158, maybe. All right, a torch is 30 minutes.
Oh.
A lantern looks like 2 hours per pint. So it'd be 1 pint of lamp oil per group in here, or 4 torches, or whatever.
The main reason I'm asking is because retroactively, I would have gotten some more oil. So I'm going to make that change right now and make a couple tweaks.
That's cool. How about if you've got the observation skill? Actually, if you don't have the observation skill, I'm going to get everybody on the board with it. So, does anyone not have it?
I do not.
Let's get it to you. You'll just have to remember I'll just maybe put the note untrained next to it.
Yeah, I don't think I've got it either.
I don't either.
Most skills you can actually use untrained. I think there's like a bonus. You get like a secret doors bonus for observation. And it seems to imply it's just for having the skill. I kind of feel like you should have to make an observation check to get that extra. Yeah, isn't that part of observation?
I'm looking it up.
Characters with observation increase their chance of finding secret or concealed doors by 1 in 6. I would probably say on a successful skill check, you get a 1 in 6. Eric, I drag the skill to you. It's wisdom plus intelligence divided by 2 for your default.
Yep. And that's round up, right?
Yeah. Well, it's Hackmaster, no, so probably no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, probably 10. Does anyone else need observation on their sheet?
Is it okay if I just drag it on there myself?
Certainly.
Okay.
And then the default would be you already have observation. No, that's Rothbert. Never mind. Teeger
I need it.
doesn't have observation.
Nope. Now I do. At 0.
All right.
I
Well,
know.
you drop me a roll in the
I have
tower when you get a chance. Dave already did. Nope, Andrew already did. Everybody who's searching, I guess not Teeger. He was keeping watch out front.
Yep.
His observation would be for,
Noticing people coming up the cliff towards us.
Yep.
Should it be something other than 0?
Yes, you'll have to set it.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
doesn't
do that
set skills at all. Add your int and wisdom together and divide by 2.
And
Okay.
round down.
Right.
Now, it might seem incredibly low, but that's like what you would use for a difficult check. An easy check would be like plus 40. Don't worry about it, though. I'll apply it on my side. I'll just look by how much you made.
Sorry, what was that? What was that math?
Int?
Was it wisdom intelligence?
Yeah, int plus whiz.
Divide by 2. Man, I thought most of you actually had that skill. I was wrong. I need to code in a button where I can just type like /OBS or something, and it'll roll an observation check for everyone. Holy cow!
Yeah, those last couple weren't hidden.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, you're supposed to roll those secretly in the tower.
Basil's like running into the walls in there.
Well, no, because he didn't set a target. He doesn't have the skill properly.
Oh, well, still. I mean,
But yeah.
99 is.
How do you?
Click on the
yep.
gear.
Yep. And then under base is probably the one you want to put in.
Yeah. Base
Almost
No,
all skills
I
is
did that
base.
piece, but how do I make it so that my observation roll goes in the tower?
Oh,
Drag the dice to
drag
the
it
tower
there.
in the bottom
Yeah,
right.
drag it there.
Okay, and it's percentile.
You guys don't need to reroll.
Hold
I'm
on.
just taking
No.
whatever rolled.
Drag the number for the skill. If you click on it, it will drag dice. Those are the ones you want to drag to the tower.
It worked.
That was mine
That
again.
was Eric. Actually, I guess I don't.
Right.
This one probably really doesn't matter if it's trained versus untrained. I don't think you get anything special on your first buy. So
Well, you get your
You
get
master
your,
die.
mastery die plus
mastery
honor, but you get
die
that
and
every buy regardless.
Yeah.
you get your mastery die and your honor die.
The only thing special on the first buy is that average score, which is already there. So theoretically, you could add every single like sophisticated task to your sheet, I guess, because I think you can use all those untrained. But I think actually they did have one note in there, like if you use skills untrained. Although observations one, like it wouldn't make sense, but there was a note like if you're using skills untrained, you have a greater fumble chance if you like instead of just on 100, maybe like 90.
As soon as I get 250 gold, I'm gonna train someone to help me observe better. I can't wait.
So let me look back through these rolls now. Fain finds really the only thing of interest in that 2 hours, and during that time you don't see any cavemen or anything outside Teeger. It's just a boring day. Nice and sunny, a little bit of a breeze. You're probably communing with nature. Fain underneath a bunch of rubble finds what looks to be the skeleton of a dwarf. And actually, I'm just going to send this to the party sheet.
I use my carbon dating skill to see how old he might be.
Oh yeah, give me a skill roll. He's
Do I
skeletal.
recognize him?
So he's at least that old. Do you know many dwarves?
I don't know. That's pretty good.
So a couple things stand out to you. One is his chainmail is in decent shape, but it's dwarf sized, so that might not do you guys any good. You're guessing it didn't get wet in here because otherwise you would have expected that to be all rusty. He has a warhammer on him. He has this He's got like a stone with a hole in it, and it's like looped around his neck on like a leather cord, but like the leather's like degraded by this point. He's got what you're guessing maybe once were potions, but now they're just like powder in a flask because they're so old. It's like they're dehydrated, but they look exactly like what you would expect like a potion to look like. You know, a little. You were at the curio shop. He was selling some, just like that. And then in weirdly good condition is a pair of burgundy leather boots on his feet, which actually seem kind of weird. They don't seem dwarf-like to you, but then again, you don't know dwarves that well. Anyway, that stuff's all in the party sheet if you want to loot him. Otherwise, going through here...
Magic monk boots, you say? Wow.
Yeah.
I hope they're boots of holding.
Is anyone in particular wanting to take any of those things? Okay.
I'll take the oblong stone.
Do you think putting those boots on turn you into a dwarf skeleton?
Did taking them off revert him from a dwarf skeleton?
I don't know, did they?
They did not.
I'm a pretty lucky guy. I'm gonna put on these boots and just see how it goes.
Right. Let me see how that goes. They might just be boots. I'm gonna click this button here and find out.
So I accidentally created a second small oblong stone.
Just delete. Well, actually, let me check. Make sure they.
I use my advanced general religious skill to see if I recognize his necklace as a religious dealio.
Shit.
All right, I see one on your party sheet, which seems okay.
I moved the other. I moved the other one to my party sheet and just made it then one. So
okay, you're good.
Because when I tried to delete out of the party sheet, all I had was an X. I didn't have a trash can icon
directly from there.
Yeah, so I brought it to my sheet and just made it inventory one instead of two.
These boots are remarkably comfortable, Andrew. They despite the fact that they were just on a dwarf skeleton who had totally different foot shape than you, they just seem to fit your feet great. But you're not like suddenly flying or doing anything you didn't do before that you know of right now. So
not yet.
I look at him. Does he look like a dwarf skeleton now?
No. He looks kind of stylish in his blue boots, though.
Blue? I thought they were like mahogany or something.
Wait, burgundy?
Burgundy. Ron Burgundy.
Hey, Derek.
I don't know why I thought that was blue. What color is that? Like a purple? A red? Red. Okay. That's right.
Like a brown red, I think.
Yeah, you're right. They're definitely reddish. Yep.
Hey, Derek.
Yep.
When I put that Warhammer in my inventory, it decided to equip it. So I don't know which one of my two equipped Warhammers is mine that I started with, and which one is the one I just pulled into my inventory.
Well, guess what? You might have just accidentally found out it's a normal Warhammer because it combined it with your normal Warhammer.
No, it didn't.
If it was different in any way, it would have kept it distinct. So
it kept them distinct.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
So what couldn't you tell on the action sheet then?
They're both equipped, so...
They're both equipped. I don't know which one to say is in my backpack.
If you click into them, does one of them have a value and one not, for instance?
Yeah, one of them has value.
That's probably the one you bought.
Yeah. Here, I'll put
I'll do that.
I'll put a note on it for you.
No, I got it. Hopefully.
From dwarf. There.
Okay.
Anyway, so maybe it is magical. It didn't combine. What does it mean?
Oh, I see why it's different. It's got the wrong stats, it's got the wrong value for medium. It still says D6 plus 1, which is wrong.
Did you fix yours?
I fixed mine.
Okay, then yeah,
The one
that
I
makes
just
sense.
picked up still has the wrong numbers on it, though.
Can you put a note in Discord for me to fix that in the
Okay.
PHB module? Because otherwise, every Warhammer I ever create is going to have that problem.
Okay.
All right. So that was, you guys felt you did a pretty good search. Obviously, you could probably spend even more time really getting nitpicky in here, like doing some real slow secret door checks through this rubble-filled place. But you didn't spot any, just at a normal search, and you felt like you did a pretty good job, like moving bed frames out of the way to see what was underneath, and that's actually how you found the dwarf and stuff like that. Clearing out cobwebs and all that. You would probably not want to camp in this place. This place is kind of disgusting. And there's a cat that constantly sounds like it's going to attack you here. Yep.
Uh-huh.
So now would probably be about dinner time, though. So feel free to mark off another meal or whatever. Maybe you're getting real hungry. I
I
don't
think
know.
I'm going to mark off a meal for him because I think that's what he's complaining about. So I'll be back.
Yes. Are you guys going to be continuing up the hill?
Yeah.
Cliff.
Sounds good.
Very well.
Do we think we can make it to the top in time before nightfall?
You do think so? It's probably about 5 now, and you'd say maybe 2 hours more to get to the top. It's
Okay.
it's roughly spring, so I think you'd be okay.
Okay.
When does it get dark? When does it get dark in late April? Wait, does the calendar actually have sunset? That would be great.
Didn't we not? Sorry. Didn't we mention that there is an inn at the top of this place?
It's on the far side of the city. I'm not sure how long that would take to get to.
That's just
but-
walking over to the other side of the pyramid, right?
Hopefully, but that's what I'm just making sure that we're not getting up like after it's turned dark.
Sure.
So yes, you have heard there's one up there. You have not been to it or seen it, so there's some risk inherent in
Okay.
that. You suspect you can get up there before it's even like sunset, though. But then again, if your thought was no, we just want to camp here anyway, then I don't know. Maybe you want to go back down, or I don't know what your plan is. But anyway, you've got the time. It's roughly 5 o'clock, and sunset's probably like 8:30.
Yeah, I mean, this is an excellently defendable campsite.
Did you actually open the next day? The 29th?
Oh, probably not. Hold on. Added info, but I need to set the current date, I think. Now I did? It doesn't look like they have sunrise, sunset on it.
Okay.
I might have to find a better calendar. Because I've seen some that do that.
But yes, now I see it.
In April, sunrise and sunset, sunset is from about 8 to 8:30, depending on how far you've gone into the month.
Nailed it. All right. Yeah, you guys probably got about 3 hours of daylight left. You
Okay.
expect you could get to the top at that time. Also, you're now getting at about the height, actually, where you move a little faster because it's not slippery up here.
We may as well just stay here. It'd be worse than counter charts up on top at nighttime, right?
You are pretty sure there's nothing in there.
Well, we can probably get to a campsite by nighttime. Either back in the temple or go look for the inn on the other side of the city.
I say head for the inn.
I'll bet you do.
There's some good gambling there.
I imagine their prices are bad.
All right. I have not heard a definitive decision.
It's 5 o'clock now. If we wanted to make it to the inn, what time would it be when we got there?
We don't know. We don't know where the inn is. It's going to take us 2 hours to get to the top of the hill, of the mountain. Then we got an hour of sunlight left. Can we find it by then? That's what the question is. We assumed from our previous conversation with what's his name that it's just on the other side of the city from.
Yeah.
We have to basically pass through the entire city and find it.
For a sense of time, once you do get to the top, you know that getting to the temple from like the top, assuming you just book it straight there, was like 10 minutes. Assuming you're not running, it's like 1,000 feet. It's not super far.
Let's go to the top.
It actually feels too small. But
I agree.
whatever.
Let's go.
Okay. So I haven't heard anyone vehemently say that you will not. You continue on. You make it up another switchback. No trouble. Nothing of note. Continue on further. Now you're at roughly the point where you saw those dog men when you were coming back. And finally, you make it to the top without incident. You even made pretty good time. It's probably like 6:30.
Okay.
And here's that map. What's the general plan here? I know you guys talked about looking in the towers, but maybe you don't want to do that right now. Or maybe 10 minutes is no big deal. I don't know. You guys tell me what you want to do.
Just gonna follow this big old path, right? Towards
Yeah,
where
I think we
the inn
should
is.
go ahead and look for the inn. Let's look for this inn.
All right. So for now, your plan is follow the path north.
Correct.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
let me check
let's go on top of the pyramid and see if we can see this so-called inn.
Okay.
Or at least evidence of activity and
So you guys go the same path you had before. You're going down the road. You go past that big obelisk. You pass a tower here that you'd passed before. And you make it to the pyramid, and you're climbing up to get a good look.
that is my plan.
Yeah, you... Let me probably maybe reveal some more stuff. Once I remember how to do that. Sput? Question mark?
That did something, yeah. That revealed some to the northwest.
You know what? I'm just gonna do that. I think that'll be fun. You get a pretty good view from up here.
Is that the inn?
That's the inn.
Awesome.
The statue symbol, which you might not know unless you're schooled in old school D&D maps, the circle with the star in it. Ignore those. I don't think you see.
Okay.
It's where statues used to be back in the day, so you don't see anything rising up there. This area is, you probably don't get a good view. This is like a walled-in area, and it's got a decently high wall around it.
Is this actual water right there?
Yep, that's the river.
All right.
What's this thing? This eyeball-looking thing.
We need to double check that.
Some green space between the water.
Actually, it looks more like it's paved like the road we were walking on.
Yeah, that's true.
I know those are bridges over it. I don't know. Yeah, it must be like a plaza type area. They don't really specify. So yeah.
Cool.
I assume it's a more cleared and less rubble-filled area. Again, remember, all this big empty area not all of it, but most of the big empty area is just crumbled buildings everywhere because this used to be a big city.
Does that look like anything? What is that?
Yeah, from up here, you probably don't get a great view, but it looks like maybe a well.
Okay.
Shoot an arrow at it. Pretty sure the well goes to level 7.
And the main reason you can see it from up here is it's kind of like standing in the middle of a little courtyard. So if you were down at ground level, you might not have seen it very well because of all the rubble and stuff around it, but from up here, you're kind of getting the cleaner view.
All right. We should probably hustle on over to the inn.
Yep.
Where's the well again? Sorry.
I'm
Think to
gonna
the right
arrow
of it.
to it.
Looks like a well.
What does it look like in the dark? Since we're getting close to
It's
dusk
not dark yet.
It's not
That's
dark
why
yet.
we're leaving.
okay.
And then
Continue
this
on.
looks like maybe the remains of a fountain. This just looks like a much larger building that crumbled. It doesn't look very intact anymore. Much like that one. I don't know why some are.
Yeah.
I don't know why there are random buildings out here, because some of them are like, hey, there's a potential encounter here. Some of them there aren't, so I don't know. I guess it's just to remind you that it's rubble filled. Okay, so your best bet, you're judging from up here, is to actually go straight out and then hook left, because otherwise you basically have to go real slow over lots of rubble.
Yep.
So you guys head out there, and it probably only takes you, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe? I mean, what's that distance? As the crow flies, it's 700 feet, so even if you doubled that, which wouldn't quite be right, that's not a real long trip. So as you guys head out however, as you approach these north towers here, you see some men up in them, human, and they shout down, "Hail! Well met."
Highway fellow. We're on our way to the inn.
Ah, perfect. We were just gonna invite you over that way. We work for Mr. Kettlebelly.
Good. Good.
Haven't seen you around here before.
We are a new adventuring group in the area.
Oh yeah, what's your name?
I fucking hate you.
Yep.
We're new enough that that's still trying to be decided.
Oh. Well, anything's got to be better than Dalton's Darlings. I hate those guys.
Yeah, we saw those guys down there. They seem to talk a lot.
Yeah, they're a bunch of dicks. Well, I gotta pull up the... Although, they're better than the bad neighbors, both in name and in character.
All right.
Who even names themselves the bad neighbors? You guys better do better than that. Anyway, you just head out of town and head west a bit. You won't be able to miss the place.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
They kind of keep an eye as you walk through, but they don't shoot you with arrows or anything.
That's good.
You're counting at least 3 guys. Two in one tower, and you can see one in another tower. They were never aiming their weapons at you or anything, though. They just seem to be kind of keeping watch.
And that was here, right? Here and here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you're pointing.
Yep.
Yep, those. Yep.
Okay.
As you approach the inn, I have a map for it, unfortunately. I have a generic inn, just not one that matches the specifications of this one. So, if there's a bar fight, don't worry. I'll pull out a random inn map and we'll do it. It looks like the inn was built. It's not like a new building built from scratch. It looks like it was kind of some repurposed ruins. What you see is actually like a squat, probably 2-story building that doesn't even have windows on the first floor. There's just a door in, and that's it. Although there are some windows up on the second floor. The first floor is all stone. The second floor looks wood. And the second floor looks a lot newer, so you're guessing they built on the remains of a stone building. Connected to it, so the whole thing makes kind of like an L shape, is a stable. And then you do see a few like outbuildings around there. Judging by like the smoke you see coming out of one and the smells you're getting, one of them's like a kitchen.
Are there any piles of hay for Teeger to sleep in?
Well, there's a stable, so probably. I know there's a sign.
I would like to read the sign.
Yeah, it's well, the tavern's name is the Broken Head. I thought there was some text on it somewhere. You're guessing the reason it's called the Broken Head is as you get close and you see the door into the tavern or the inn. There's just this huge marble statue head above the door. Probably like the head is probably 6 feet in diameter. It's big. It's just got big empty eyes staring at you, like maybe there were once gems in there or something, but definitely not now. Looking at it, it's possible it's like a statue of Arden. That's the head of Arden. It looks in a lot of ways very similar to the one Adam shot an arrow at, other than the fact that
You wanna
much smaller
practice
scale.
shooting arrows into these eye sockets?
I think I'm good.
As you approach, you do see a few armed men who kind of greet you, and they don't interrupt you or anything. They're just kind of sizing you up and making sure you're not here to murder people that they can immediately tell, or you're not some wandering beasties coming out of the ruins.
Is it a pretty busy place?
You head inside, I assume. Let me check. No, actually, not right now. You do see a good number of people in there, but most of them seem like they're working here. You're immediately greeted by... Let me see if I have a description for this guy. This inn is made up of like 7 stories, so I gotta click around to find the info I want. Kronos Kettlebelly. With that name, I'm just assuming he's got kind of a big belly, but he's definitely a big guy, though. Like, definitely got a little extra weight on him. I'm trying to think if there would be a good actor we could model him after. I don't know why.
Anthony Hopkins.
John Goodman.
You know what? I like it. John Goodman works. Let's do it.
Old John Goodman.
He welcomes you as soon as you come in. Ah, new travelers. Haven't seen you up here before. I'm trying to find while I'm here what the prices are, because I'm assuming that's a question you're going to have right away.
Yes.
Don't tell me they don't actually have it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there is a fire lit, but you can tell that the light is actually coming from probably some continual light spells or something. Just because the place is really like unnaturally bright inside. You can see as you walk in, posted rates are bunk room bed is 10 silver a day, or 3 gold for a week. Private room is 3 gold a day, or 20 gold a week. And there's exactly 1 private room available. Meals range from 2 silver to 2 gold per meal. Also looks like he sells rations here, but at 3 times the normal cost. In case, you're running low on food.
We're staying for a week, right? We got stuff to do here. We don't want to go up and down that cliff face.
You don't need... Oh, I was going to say. Yeah, you can't afford the private room. I guess you can afford the other one. He welcomes you in, asks you if he can get you a meal going. Definitely smells good. You do see a couple guys sitting at various tables who... they have the look of merchants about them, but they just kind of glance at you when you walk in and kind of seem dismissive of you. You didn't come in with any wagons full of loot or anything, so they're not like, oh, what you got? There's also a woman standing next to Kronos, who you can tell is either his wife or sister, or I don't know. They're very familiar with each other. They're not making out. I don't mean it that way, but and you can actually see there's a board posted that says things like, "Yep, can cure you of curses, 1,000 gold," stuff like that. Ask Estelle. Did you get diseased in the dungeon? Or from a little too much fun in Gosterwick? Can cure that too. So it does seem like there's some basic spell services here, although they are not cheap. They're definitely nothing you guys can afford right now. Yeah. You don't see any other just like general people sitting around drinking, though, I would say.
Saying it's just us and the managers, the owners.
There's some merchants here, but they that's it. Slow night in here. Slow night. Once in a while, you get 2 or 3 groups like you in here at the same time. This place gets pretty busy and a little dangerous, if I'm honest. No offense, but you guys seem to have trouble getting along sometimes. Won't have any trouble in here. So, what are you looking for? What are you doing up here? Seeking your fortune?
I'm personally, I'm interested in some of the legends that I've read about.
Oh, like what?
Oh, just about, the before times.
All right. Well, you came to the right place. There were definitely before times here.
What are you guys familiar with Thoth at all?
I mean, you walked past the pyramid on the way in, right?
Yeah.
Who hasn't heard? He might be one of the older gods, but
yeah, what have you guys heard?
what do you mean? What have I heard? There's a whole section. There's a whole temple to him down beneath the city. Halls of... Well, I won't say untapped riches, because I know some of those riches have been tapped, but I know. There's still got to be stuff in there for the taking because there's people who've been like, yeah, man, found a great tomb, we're going in, and they just never came out. So there's got to be some good stuff down there. Tell you, you find any old. I'm pointing at my where I'm looking at you guys, but the camera's actually there. You find any of those, like any old relics, some old ancient, busts or statues or art or anything? Those guys sitting over there, they'll buy it. They'll buy it from you. They'll give you an okay price. An okay price.
Where are they normally? I mean, are they based out of here? Or?
Oh yeah, they're here just to gather up the shit from that you guys find down there. Great business for them. Great business for you.
Do they just live here?
Well, they don't live here. They have they have their rooms. That's why I only have one private room available right now. They've taken the other ones. They're all competing a little bit, Get a lot of people like you coming in and out of here over the years. Although I got to be honest, a lot of you don't last very long. I'm sure you guys will be different.
Do you have any pointers of where we should avoid, like places that people always say they're gonna go, and then for sure you never hear from them again?
Yeah. So back in the city, right? There's an old ruined dungeon. It's like it's on a little island in there, surrounded by these walls, and there's just one bridge to get to it. Don't go there, man. I don't know what's there, but nobody has ever come back from there. And one time, my men in the towers actually saw these. It was like these. I don't know. They described it as like these big misshapen stone statue things just came out and just smashed these people to like blood and bone right on the spot, and then just marched back on their side of the bridge. Don't cross that bridge, I'm telling you.
All right.
Thanks, man. That's great tips.
But if you do cross it and you find some good stuff, this is a good place to sell it. Just saying. Anyone have anything they want to do here? You guys want to just get a room for the night?
I think we should decide how long are we going to stay, and then pay for the week if we're staying a week, or what do you guys think? Or are we going to try and camp out in wherever we're at?
You said you have one room. How many to a room?
So there's one private room available. You guys can cram as many as you want in there. Although obviously, people are gonna be sleeping on the floor.
Right.
And then there's the bunk room, which it turns out that's on the second floor. If the bunk room ever overfills, which you're not in risk of tonight, you just sleep right down here in the tavern.
Right. Okay. The price for the bunk room was what? And the price for the private room was how much?
10 silver a day for the bunk room, so 1 gold. Or 3 gold for the week. The private room is 3 gold a day, or 20 for a week, so... I see why that doesn't make sense. It's because in 1E, 20 silver was 1 gold. So let's call that 5 silver a day.
Okay.
Oh man.
How much for a week?
That's gonna screw up a lot of stuff.
Still 3 gold?
Yeah, 3 gold.
Yeah, I can do the common room unless you guys need a private room.
Your silver treasure is just going to be worth more money because 10 silver is going to be 1 gold instead of half a gold.
All right, I'm marking down 3 gold for the week.
And what does that put you at?
Yeah, that'll be per person.
4 gold.
All right.
Plenty.
Okay.
Some
I'm
of the
happy
men
with a
here
common
look good.
room. I don't own anything.
You got these boots now.
Yeah, but nobody can tell that those are special.
I guess you're wearing them. Actually, one guy looks at you and says, "Nice boots." You can't tell if he's joking or not.
I'll if you want, I can cast detect magic before we hit the sack.
If you have it memorized, that's fine. It's not.
Yeah.
We're not going to identify it anywhere, though.
Yeah, so let's do it.
I'll detect magic on all that stuff we picked up today.
So the powder in a vial is magical. Whoever got that. Were there 2 of them? There might have been 2 of them. If it was 2, they both are. The warhammer is not. The chainmail is not. The boots are.
What about the small oblong stone?
You get the. Yeah. You get a faint detection of magic off it. Real faint.
Does this look like a holy symbol?
The stone? Not at all.
Okay.
I mean, it could be some dwarven god you're not familiar with. But
Sure.
definitely none of the ones commonly in the Arcantian, even without religion general, I'm going to assume those of you who are Arcantian, which I think is the whole party right now, know the basic, 12 gods, what their names are, and probably what their symbol is. It's just common enough that it would be hard not. It'd be like not knowing that Christianity has a cross. It'd be real hard not to know that.
You mean 10?
It was 12 the old ones? Yeah, the 10. Now, then there's the lesser gods, which I think there's 17 more, or maybe 19 more. I forget the exact number.
Yeah,
those you might start to get a little bit wobblier on, but definitely the main 10 you would know. You wouldn't know all the details about them, but you'd know their name, their general portfolio, and basically you'd know what is in the link that you can click. That's stuff you guys would know.
Cool.
All right, so you guys are spending the night here, I heard. Did anyone get in the fancy room, or are you all bunking it up?
I'm not.
Bunking it up.
I'm bunking it.
All right. Well, if you're who's anyone reserving the whole week?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Sounded like we are. So.
All right. Cool. Mark off 3 gold, and he reserves those beds for you, and he seems a little surprised, and honestly, you feel like he thinks maybe he got a good deal because he expects maybe you won't all ever be coming back, but
We'll prove him wrong.
And then, if you want a meal while you're here, I guess it would be 1 silver, not 2 silver, because I got to cut all these prices in half when it's silver pieces.
Okay.
Up to 2 gold though for a really nice meal. The food does smell great here? It's got a pretty professional. You've got to imagine he's not making his money off the inn itself. He's got to be making his money off getting a cut of the stuff that people sell here. Because who wants to haul that shit all the way back to town? So yeah, over the course of the night, he does say about 7 more times, yeah, you find any good stuff down there, bring it back here. Bring it back. Get you a fair price. I gotta go check the calendar. Next day. Hey guys, the next day is between 40 and 60 degrees. Sunny. But guess what? The breeze kicked up a little bit. Now we're up to 7 miles per hour. So,
Holy cow.
it's actually really nice weather. You wake up in the morning, can get yourself a nice breakfast, if you want. If anyone needs to buy any provisions, he would have stuff too. If you need more lamp oil, torches, they would have some basics like that here. It's all going to be probably about double the standard cost. But when you're talking a few copper, it probably doesn't matter that much to you. So. All right.
Where to first? Are we going to that second dungeon, or are we going to check out the first one? Arms up or arms out?
I think we should spend some time trying to figure out with some people outside if we can open the arms up side, because we know arms out how to get out, but we don't know arms up. And I think it'd be good if we can, maybe just spend an hour or however long it takes to see if we can figure it out with at least one or two people outside.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So right now you're heading back to the pyramid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Your trip is uneventful. The men in the towers greet you again as you pass by. Seems like the same guys still out there. Which leads you to believe maybe they're there all day, every day, as opposed to taking shifts. Because these are the guys you saw in the evening, and now you're seeing them, I assume, pretty early in the morning. What time are you guys leaving?
Pretty early in the morning.
What time sunrise?
Man, in this time, I don't know, man.
7:30.
7:30? And that seems
Yep.
late, but okay.
So then I guess we leave at 7:30.
All right. Yeah, you get back to the temple uneventfully. Hey, wait, I've got a temple map. We can all stare at it. Items, not images. Let me try that again. That's not it, but you can, psych yourselves out by looking at it.
That's not it?
Well, that's just the fun art of it. Oh man, there's still a mule on this map. I threw you all on the map.
Yep.
Does that mule have anything in it anymore?
Yes.
You should probably reclaim your gear since you don't have a mule anymore. Unless I just rename that to Back in Town or something. Although
No,
I don't know that you really have.
I'd grabbed some of it. Let me get the rest of it properly.
Yeah.
4 and 7. Okay, yeah, you can delete it.
See what time of day is morning. Dawn. There we go. Looks totally different somehow. Do we have light going?
Somebody does.
I do technically, which let me turn it off, I guess.
So does Fain. Fain, I'm removing your torch.
Yeah, that one's probably out by now.
I didn't delete an item, I just removed the effect. Anyway, yeah, the statue's there, arms down by its sides. Teeger's getting bigger and smaller. I mean, Lelion can do that for you. You have a negative condition. Oh, because you're nearsighted.
Farsighted. Yep.
Yeah, farsighted, whatever it was. Lelion's got spell saves against certain schools. Okay.
Well, who's got good observation and wants to go in?
I'm pretty good at observing.
Okay.
I'll also go in.
I'll kind of just walk around the perimeter, keep my eyes out.
How long do you want us to wait before opening it back up?
Are you going to close it manually?
Yeah, I'd say let's get a timing on how long it takes to close.
Sure.
And then once it closes, I would say give it What do you think? 15 minutes, 30 minutes?
How long did we wait for it to close when we slept down there? That was like an hour for it to close, wasn't it?
That was the other side. I mean, yeah, it could be the same, but
I'm throwing some stuff in chat real quick. You guys had kind of seen this last time up, but now that you're going to be sitting around for a while, you got plenty of time to look. This was stuff that was like pictograms and stuff on the steps of the pyramid as you go up. And again, you know the baboon is like Thoth's animal. Sometimes you see him depicted as a baboon. Other times you see him as a like an ibis. Is ibis the right pronunciation of that? Ibis-headed humanoid?
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever actually heard that word out loud. So I think I heard you say you're opening it, but I need you to describe to me what you're doing to the statue arms.
Putting both of them up.
All right, both arms are going straight up.
Correct.
All right. The cover slides to the east, revealing a stairway going down. And judging by the... you remember the first one you looked at that had the dead bodies in it looked a lot less traveled.
Yeah.
That is definitely what you just did.
Right.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Confirming.
Okay. I'm going to head down and see, just take a look around, see if I can see a mechanism in there.
All right.
While we're waiting for it to close.
Yeah, same. I'm going as well.
So let me put you guys in there. There's Basil. Rothbert. And the map's in chat. You will note that it is already lit where you can see because there's sunlight coming down. Man, that gives it a good 60-foot range, though. Did I put that much light on there? Okay. Anyway, you do have some light just from the portal being open.
All right, I have a torch ready to go if it closes on us.
Now that you're down here and you're not immediately looking for bodies like you were before, I gotta move Basil for a minute just so I can click this button. You do see there's like lots of graffiti on the walls down here. If you're just sitting around, you probably have time to read it if you want, if you can read, if it's in a language you can read. But like, were you going down the stairs or were you just kind of standing here?
I was going to stand around here looking for the mechanism to release the door from the inside.
Okay.
Yes, same. And I will also be attempting to read the graffiti.
Okay. So probably while Rothbert's doing a really good look of the... Hold on, I gotta turn off. I put you in the wrong damn... I put you on the wrong end of the stairs. Sorry. That's why there's a door right there. My bad. Let me move you.
All right. I wondered about that.
I got confused because there was supposed to be sunlight coming in. One moment. Well, that explains why that was a 60-foot radius. Is there light by you?
No, not that I don't have. There we go.
There. Sunlight.
Cool.
Oh, I had a button. God damn it. Actually, I had a button for outdoor lights. I just haven't turned it off. There we go. All right. And while I'm at it, Rothbert, reset fog war, Basil, reset. Okay. You didn't see anything, although to be fair, you had already seen what was down there before from a distance because of the light spot. You guys up top are just kind of waiting to see.
If it closes on us, they're going to let us out.
Yeah, but they're waiting like an hour, or however long it might take.
I guess we're going to see how long it takes to close, or if we can find the mechanism down here to open close it.
So what languages do you read there, Basil?
I read Ancient Dead, Mithric, Ancient Dead. I read it.
Do you read Arcantian? That would be just like the general modern language.
I do.
So I mean, I would have thought that I did, but I honestly do not see it on my sheet. I would have thought that we pulled that one in.
Feel like we did.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing it. I'm only seeing the old. Like I think we talked about it and must have forgot to, because I would think that Arcanthian would be one that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me just add it. I'm pretty sure you were supposed to have it. I probably forgot to drag it. Reading, writing. Okay, so you can read and write Arcantian. Well, I don't know what your level is. We'll figure that out later. But and you can read Mithric, and it sounds like Dave can read too. All right. Given that you guys have plenty of time as you sit here at the top of the stairs to check out, you never do find a lever, by the way, Dave. Although you guys had checked last time, I think maybe Eric did, someone did, and didn't find one either.
No, we did not check last time.
I thought someone did. Did you just check on the other one? And you did see one?
We checked on this one too and did not find one.
Yeah, I thought someone checked.
Agree.
Okay. I don't.
Anyway, a few pieces of graffiti you find. One of them is in Arcantian. We're doomed unless we find the scorpion! Exclamation point. There are some more writings that you can't read unless you speak Dwarvish or Thorkin. There's one that says, the lid is closed and we cannot open it. I hear another one rising. Where can we go? And then another one says, KK sees all. The dragonflies are everywhere. And then finally, there's one that says, ha, so long, suckers, we found it. The scorpion's tail is the way out. And it does take about an hour, and then the statue's arm comes down. Both the arms come down, and the thing slides shut, and it gets real dark in there unless you have a torch or something.
I have a torch.
I have a lantern.
Do the arms on the statue like go back to their neutral position?
Yeah, they go down. And so what happens is they're just kind of up, and all of a sudden, like, roughly an hour later, you don't have a stopwatch out. They both go back down all on their own, and as soon as they get all the way down, the thing starts to slide closed.
So that seems like it wouldn't be too hard to jam, right?
I mean, if it's magical, it might be really hard to jam.
You're not even up here. You shut up.
It's true.
Those of you up there,
It wouldn't be too hard. It wouldn't be too hard to try to jam.
Yeah, it looks.
Success would be-
I think it's mechanical.
Yeah.
Let me ask, those of you up there, do you reopen it right away?
Nope. We were told to wait 10-15 minutes.
Okay. And it's Rothbert and
Basil.
we'll be back in a minute.
This is gonna mess up my campaign ledger.
What's up?
Actually, you know what? You guys aren't opening it for 15 minutes, you said. I'll just take it at your word.
Wait, what?
I moved you to another channel, but then I moved you back.
Okay.
And it turned your cameras off.
Yeah, that's annoying. So about 5 minutes after it's closed, you guys are sitting there, and you hear. Actually, what do you hear? No, it's supposed to be hidden roll. Don't.
Screams, and death.
Clear. Where's Clear? No, I didn't do it. Man.
It's too late, Derek. We've all seen it.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I'm re-rolling, and you're going to get whatever this different roll is, which might be better for you. I have no idea what that was.
I hope it's that dragon.
It said it was a ghoul.
Did you clear that chat?
Yes, I cleared all of chat.
Okay, just making sure that I
Although
didn't
I
have.
shouldn't have. I really just need to re-roll. So, you guys hear after a few minutes some shuffling noises coming from the darkness below.
Okay.
And
I'll wait.
after a moment, you kind of hear some groaning. And coming out of the darkness. Oh, that's not how I want to do this. Yeah, that'll work. Sorry, I'm not used to using the random encounter like predefined ones. There's some walking corpses is the best way to describe them that come shuffling up the stairs towards you guys. We'll take initiatives. Those of you guys up top don't hear a damn thing, and probably won't unless something really crazy happens. So that's the reason I was like, might as well do it in this channel, because this will be over one way or the other in the next 10 minutes. If that original roll of ghoul had come up, that might have been real bad for you. Anyway, I'll take initiatives from you guys.
What is the initiative roll for turning undead?
Just call it D10. We could look it up. I feel like you just want 5 or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. Attempting to turn counts as an action, requiring 1 round and occupying.
Oh,
and occurring during
it probably just goes off on 10. If it takes the full round, I'd assume you just stand there and do it.
Okay.
So think of it as like a spell with a casting time of 10. Other than the fact getting hit doesn't disrupt you.
Alright.
Oh my. Alright. Alright, well, those of you who are not in the combat do not need to roll initiative. Rothbert, yeah, you can roll whatever. I guess it's just going to go off on 10, essentially, is what it amounts to.
Wait, I rolled a nit 10, and it gave me a 9.
Yeah, great honor.
Great honor.
Okay. These things come shuffling up towards you real slow, up the steps. And, but first, Basil, on 3, you can do what you're doing. What you doing?
I'm gonna sidewinder fireball their asses.
All right. Give me a D20 roll.
Public or in the tower?
It's an attack roll, so you can just make it public. That's good enough to hit a really slow zombie. Yeah. So you're assuming you were trying to hit the one in front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your fireball hits him. It's a 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
What did we? Volume calculator. Trying to remember. 10-foot radius is 4,100 cubic feet, which would be how many 5-foot squares? 5 by 5 by 5. That 33 5-foot squares? That seems big.
I mean, So hold on a second. What is the width of this stair area? Because I mean, I would have shot magic missile
About
if I'd have
5
thought.
feet.
5 feet.
The height is maybe about 7 feet. So like you it looks like you're in a tiny little hall. You're in a tiny little hall for the most part. There's elevation difference because you're going up and down, but it's not like a big open thing. If you want to change it, I will let you. Your mage would know what his.
Yeah, I mean, I would not fire if I thought there was any chance that it would blow back to us.
That doesn't sound like the mages I'm familiar with.
I'll let you switch your magic missile. That's fine. Or if you think it's not worth it, you could just not cast too. I don't know what you're planning.
Yeah, no, I'll do magic missile.
Okay. I need to recalculate what that's supposed to be. I do feel like a 10-foot radius fireball is probably going to blow back in there, though, because that's just not a lot of area for it to expand to. Okay, yeah, go ahead and target one and throw some magic missile damage at it. So, Rothbert's holding this holy symbol of Lucreon, the god of wealth, right? Out.
Yeah.
And Basil's back.
I don't know any clerics that do that either. There's all kinds of different.
It's actually emblazoned on my shield. So
Just like go back undead, like written out on your shield.
heck yeah.
So yeah, your little dart of magical energy flies into it and probably blows a little hole through him. But it's undead, and it just sort of doesn't even notice as some of its flesh just splatters on the wall behind it, I guess. They continue up. They're real slow. They go last no matter what, so Rothbert can turn before they ever get to attack. Although they're right up in his face when he finally finishes chanting to his god. I believe you can actually target them and hit the turn button, but I don't know if I trust.
Wait, there's a turn button?
That's on your character sheet at the top of actions.
Oh.
I
Now,
don't know if I trust it, so we might want to do it manually.
I know I don't trust it because through schooling, I turn is one level higher.
Oh, I can actually hold up.
Is it okay in my campaign record if I quote you as Rothbert attempts to turn undead? Suck it, you undead jive turkeys.
That sounds good. So just so you got them all, Derek, I turn as one level higher. I have mass turning, so I turn twice as many, but my roll is at -3.
So it kind of balances out.
Almost, yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll do it manually. I know I can add an effect that raises your turn level, but I don't think I can add one that does the -3.
Okay. I also have Lucky D20, and we were having a conversation of, does that work on turn attempts?
I think no. Doesn't Lucky D20 say it has to not affect other things? Let's read it.
It says if I'm not rolling for myself. Their example was D10. I can't. If I'm rolling initiative for the party, I can't do Lucky D10. But if I'm rolling my own D10 for me, I can use Lucky D20, which just seems weird because initiative is basically me versus my target to see who goes first.
I know, but I know it's not supposed to be like free damage and stuff like that, which...
Well, that's kind of the reason I took it. Oh well.
Hey, there's lots of other D20 rolls.
This talent applies
for
rolls that directly affect only the lucky character. So I think in this instance, if you first killed Al's guy, then you would get a +1.
What?
I'm going to say no to this. It does give you +1 to all saves, which I think is a steal at 5 build points, though.
All right. So this roll is basically a -2 for a second level character.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you want that? Is it just
let me see if I actually have the turning table in.
I want to see what the turn button does. Do anything?
You can hit it. You got to target things, and then you hit turn, and it looks at their hit dice. But I don't know if it's using the 2E table or the Hackmaster table.
If you took lucky for your hit die, like type, would you get it for that?
Yes.
Neat.
Yeah. And all your skill mastery rolls that might use it, or attribute rolls, or stuff like that. All right. Let's just do this manually.
Okay.
I'm going to have to enter the turning table somewhere at some time, though.
I'm targeting him. The turn button does absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
far
don't
as
use it. Oh, it's broken anyway. They pushed out an update that broke those buttons. It's funny. They pushed out the update. It's core RPG is like the rule set under this.
All right.
That so many of the others built on. And every time it updates, I actually wrote in their Discord, I'm like, I'm terrified every time it updates. And like one of the head FGU developers was like, oh, all we did was changed some double click behavior of a delete button. It should be fine. No, it broke all those 2E buttons up at the top because those were all double clicked. You remember I made a bunch of them single click, so I think mine work, but the ones that were double click don't. There's a patch that'll come out probably Tuesday that fixes it. The guy already fixed it. It's just not pushed yet.
All right. Well, that's a miss if it's a zombie.
All right, let's double check. Make sure I understand the process, because turning. Sounds like you needed a 14.
Correct.
And you got a 13.
13.
Did you add your honor in?
Yes, that's why it's -2.
Okay. So if you're lucky,
Man,
it
if
had worked.
only if you were lucky.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have a mulligan?
Nah.
Let me think about this for a minute.
I have life smite, so I'll be swinging that warhammer any minute now.
So I wouldn't want lucky to work for damage rolls. I don't think I'd want it to work for attack rolls.
I think it should work in this case if he was alone, but because he's not, it doesn't.
I'm not even worried about it. The fact that it helps Al. That's not the argument. It's that it's a roll to see whether or not other people are affected by things.
Yeah. Wouldn't that discount adding +1 to my saving throws then, because it's somebody else trying to affect me with something?
That's a little
Someone
different.
else trying to affect you.
Yeah.
It's the thing affecting you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm fine.
If you want those 5 build points back for something else, go ahead. I still think that's one of the best talents in the game.
I'm good. Good.
All right. Anyway, a zombie comes up, tries to eat you after all that. Apparently why are there 2? That was weird. It was telling me 2 people's turn at the same time. Apparently the god of wealth just doesn't, have a lot of power here. So this thing reaches out and tries to grab a hold of Rothbert, and Rothbert doesn't even need to be wearing armor. It's not like that helped him. He backs up a couple steps, and this thing is so clumsy it can't even get to him. So that's that round. Honestly, given that it's just you two and zombies that always go last right now, I might not even increment the turn counter right now. I might just go back and forth and roll. If you have a spell, you already know when it goes. If you have an initiative roll, it doesn't matter. The only people you're competing with right now are yourselves, if order matters. So I'm kind of cool skipping the initiative and just going back and forth.
Okay. Well, I was looking at it. What is the Warhammer initiative? It's like +4, isn't it?
If it says on the weapon 4, that would actually make it -1 because everything is.
Oh, okay.
Subtracts
okay,
5
good.
off for Hackmaster.
I was worried I might not be able to attack every round.
I didn't want to re-enter every single weapon to be Hackmaster speeds and not be able to use the 2E stuff, so I just subtracted 5, which was what Hackmaster did.
Okay, cool.
I do that in code. Again, though, it doesn't matter unless you and Basil are competing for the order of operations, because the zombies will always go after you. So
I will make an attack.
Yeah, I'm just cool going in order here. Rothbert, hit it. Oh man, hit that zombie right in the neck. For not a lot of damage, but hey, do you have
It
life
did
smite?
not roll my life smite.
Let me see why. I think I don't see life smite on you, so I wonder why not. Yeah, your life smite's missing. Let's put that
Okay.
on there. Life smite. If T undead, then damage 2d6 radiant, right? Is that what it is?
Correct.
And then
Correct.
I added that, so it'll go on next time you're added to the combat tracker, but now I need to add it to you because you're already on the combat tracker. I'll just let you re-roll the damage. You can't get worse, so go ahead and then it'll...
Okay.
Oh, I gotta fix that zombie, I guess. Oh, God. Well, he actually gets... was he killed by 6? No, he's actually got 5 health left. Because you had the 6, and then you had that roll.
Yep.
Okay, well, that was much better. Best hit. So Andrew,
22.
For Andrew, for that official record, that first 6 was not a...
It's 22.
Roll.
And that's me.
Okay. Yeah, the zombie, like... Oh, I gotta delete this loot. That's probably empty anyway. That zombie almost explodes into pieces. What was Basil doing?
Attacking with a short sword. I guess.
Oh, I hold on. Let me... There. Fixed. Now he looks more dead. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Basil, you actually can't get in there.
Okay.
But you can be
guess.
ready.
Well.
Or you can cast.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't seem like it did a ton. I don't think sleep will work, right? Sleep doesn't generally work on undead.
You would not expect sleep to work on undead.
Yeah, so that's the other thing I brought.
And you guys up top don't hear a thing.
I guess I'm just waiting and hoping.
Okay.
And saying and giving moral support. You got this. You got this, man.
Ooh.
Ow.
Solid hit.
Wow, Dave.
The zombie grabs a hold of your arm and tries biting into it, and somehow those old zombie mushy decayed teeth get through your... What do you have, chain armor?
I have hide.
Oh,
anything more expensive than that is more expensive.
That explains it. We'll just pop back to Rothbert then. On the plus side, only one of them can get you guys at a time, too.
No.
Oh,
wait, I didn't have him targeted because he died.
I just dragged it to him.
That's a miss.
Yeah, that was an AC 11.
Jesus.
That's exactly what he sounds like, by the way. He continues, he's moving up the arm onto the shoulder. So, Al, if you end up having a spell or something you want to do, speak up. But otherwise, I'm just going to assume you're standing back or kind of ready in case something happens.
Yeah.
Back to you, Dave. All you gotta do is hit. Yeah, that'll do it. That boy is going to explode. All right, well, you can't follow through.
All right. But it's a new best hit.
But yeah, that zombie is dead. D-E-D. Dead.
What?
It just popped me to the outside map. Oh,
yeah.
It changed whose turn it was. Okay, that's why. This other one ends up shuffling up to you. But
I pull out my small oblong stone and hold it up to wonder if it does anything.
Okay. It doesn't seem to do anything, but it was a good attempt.
Put it back.
Dave, you actually get to go again, just because the fact that this thing even had to move means you get to go before it again. Zombies are really slow. Oh, you get +1 to hit. You're on higher ground.
That wouldn't have made a difference in the one I missed on.
Do you have a shield?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't have made a difference on theirs if they only had a -1. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, new best hit.
Jeez.
Basil
Yay,
holds up.
That's a
Basil
lot of
holds up the
penetration on that
stone.
knight.
Right as Basil holds up the stone, Rothbert connects with his warhammer, and the zombie explodes all over the wall.
Hey, you need to hold that up more often.
So yeah, I need to turn
You
it
hit
off
him?
from.
You hit him in the shin, and he exploded all over the wall.
What would you guys prefer? Would you prefer that it drops empty loot bags if they don't have anything, or would you rather it just doesn't drop anything and you don't have to look at it?
It's cooler if it drops bags that we want to get back to and have nothing in them, and then we all die because of it.
Empty implies that I still need to go look at it.
Yep. Okay. So essentially, the bags are the bodies. One of them I had deleted, I think, when he accidentally died and came back. But oh, that's annoying that it keeps popping that map.
Look at that empty bag.
So
Wow, I can delete it after a confirmation message.
so it's not quite been 15 minutes yet, and you hear some more shuffling. It's probably been a good 8, 10, 12 minutes since that. Nah, actually, you know what? Nah, it's been 15 minutes.
Okay.
You guys up top open it, right?
Yes.
I forgot to turn off
I
the outdoor
guess.
lights. So you open it up and you see Rothbert just covered in goo, ichor. Blood's probably the wrong word. And there's like some caved in corpses next to him that you're pretty sure weren't there when you closed up the thing. And
Did you guys
I need
find
to
the
use
button?
restroom. I'll be back in a minute. You guys can talk amongst yourselves or take a break. Up to you.
Cool.
No.
I think we would have opened it if we found the button.
Fair enough. Do you want to try again?
No. There's more undead down here. I can hear them. So if you guys want to come down and help me kill undead.
That
Isn't that your thing?
that hole
Yeah.
doesn't look like it's very good for lots of people trying to do things.
I don't believe it is.
So what I'm hearing is let's go somewhere else.
Sure.
Do we just want to take the other side?
He'll come back and solo
Yeah.
adventure it. He'll just stand there and hack zombies until he's level 4. It's like going out in the forest and killing rats. Alright, so you guys are going up the other side, is what I hear. Remind me how you do that.
Arms out.
Arms straight out.
You said the correct words, Dave, although just so you know, it's actually arms this way. Straightforward. They don't go sideways. Oh, man.
The way you made it sound last week, I must have just misremembered it.
Stupid rotator cuff. Anyway. At least it ain't a broken arm. Holy cow. Alright. I'm probably going to skip the map for this part unless something happens, because you've already seen the stairway down. It just goes to another stairway. You guys are opening up the other direction and doing what? Just heading down?
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. And then... Oh, that was not even the right... Does that make sense? Random encounter, treasure map. What?
That sounds good. Let's take that one. I mean, let the dice fall where they may, Derek.
It's okay. It was a fake treasure map anyway, so we'll just do that as no encounter, since I think I copied something wrong there. So yeah, you guys get down there. That chamber where you camped out is empty. There's no fire lit, and you continue down the next stairway.
Sure.
It descends for a while. I'm assuming you're going slow, torches out. Those of you who have lights, go ahead and get them out, get them equipped on your sheet so you got light when you get to where you're going. You don't have a dwarf in the party, so you probably don't have an exact depth that you're at, but you're going down, and you're going down, and you're going down, and you're going down, and like over 100 steps, easy. Maybe over 200, maybe over 300. But eventually, you see a light at the bottom of the stairway. And we find out if the game crashes when I send everybody this map. It lags for me just opening it, so this will be fun. Worked for Andrew. We tested with him, but that was just one person. I'm going to put you guys on it before I share it. And then, god damn it, I go to Drake. I got to remove people off the other maps first. Otherwise, when I go to drag you, it tries to open the other maps. Teeger. All right. And my game just locked up. Nope, it didn't. I'm bad at clicking. All right. Good luck, everybody. I would expect some lag, because I don't know if it'll matter from my
I can see
perspective.
yourself standing around in the dark.
It's going to be sending a 13 meg file, everyone, which my internet should be able to handle. The real question is going to be, as 5 or 6 people start moving around with light sources, whether or not the map starts to die performance-wise.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. See us near the base of the set of stairs.
Yep, I'm good.
Who of us has light right now?
I do.
How many people do we want to have light so we have at least some for a while? Basil and I have the lanterns. Is that right?
I have a lantern for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to use?
Sorry, say that again.
I was gonna say, do you want to use yours for now? When we decide it runs out, I'll switch to mine, so we're not.
There is some light down here. Should I be able to see all the light over here too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did go a little crazy with the oil. I literally brought about 16 hours worth.
Stop moving it so I can. I'm letting everybody get their shit sorted first.
2 of which were used when we were searching earlier, so I've got about 14 hours left.
Okay, I've got 3 flasks, so 6 hours worth, and some torches as backup.
I did not bring torches, so yeah, once I'm out of fuel, I am Fuck.
Yeah, but it's the lantern's the easier way to go because lamp oil is a lot lighter for 2 hours than 4 torches.
Yeah.
Okay. As you come down the steps, yeah, you do see torches on the northwest and south walls here, which is why you're seeing this weird darkness shape. I feel like with all those torches, there should be some shadowy sight you see in there, but honestly, it's just not how the lighting system works. So,
Okay.
the ceiling in here is higher than your torchlight goes, at least. All the walls down here are like stone, but it's been plastered over, and then there's just like imagery everywhere. Although it's in this particular room, the plaster is pretty badly damaged, so it can be hard to read some of the stuff. But this definitely seems like some sort of a worship area for Thoth because it's all images of Thoth. There's debris everywhere. I got tired of trying to build realistic looking debris into the map, so whenever you see these brown smudges, like you might see here or here, that's my way of saying, hey, there's just like a lot of rubble on the ground. Not so bad you can't move through it or anything, but it's a bit of a mess in here. It's also the sort of thing where, hey man, we could poke through this debris if we wanted. It might take us 10 minutes, but maybe there's some coins at the bottom of it or something. Like it's thick enough that theoretically you could spend time searching it if you want. But to give an example of some of the debris, it could be stuff like, bits of wrecked furniture, bits of destroyed armor, discarded adventurers equipment, like a backpack with a broken strap, stuff like that. It's really dusty down here. Obviously, you guys see a body laying over there. That's right on there on the map. And someone saw it. I don't know who, but there's a statue here. It's a statue of Thoth. It's about 15 feet tall. It's facing you guys. And there's a chest, like a stone chest, on the pedestal. I don't know what you guys can see right now, but it's right there.
Teeger, go get it.
Covering the back.
And despite the arms being out in the statue, I only have like 8 statues to work with in Dungeon Draft, so ignore what you see for the most part when you're looking at the map. It's just, there's a statue. It's a lot like the one upstairs. Both arms are straight down at his side. Yeah. Okay, so that said, you guys have your lights lit. You came down, you're looking around, and I think you can tell that there's doors there.
Yep.
There. Okay. I didn't get a lot of... I spent so much time making maps this week, I didn't get a lot of time to actually try to like run through them and make sure they looked right. So if you suddenly see yourself seeing through walls or something, let me know. Man, my cat's pulling an Al's cat. Hold on one sec. All right. You guys just moving all over while I'm not here. Rothbert, kind of as you move there, coming from down this hallway, you hear some shouting. Hold there!
What, here?
Yeah, and then I need to...
I say that down the hall. What, here?
Right here? Yeah.
Right here? Right here?
Right here. One sec, I gotta... Suddenly, there's... Well, actually, they wouldn't do that yet. Yeah, what the heck, they do. You see a lantern suddenly lit. Find it. There it is. And on the other side of kind of like a... It doesn't look like it was part of the original architecture. It looks like it was kind of built into here. It's kind of like a portcullis with a door in it. It doesn't really look like it could... It's more like a grate with a door in it. Almost like a jail cell type of door right there. And there on the other side of it, you see two halflings. They're both holding spears. One of them's got a lantern. Neither of one of them are like look like they're ready to poke you or anything, but they're like, hold there.
I'll hold right here.
Who's all with you?
It's my companions.
What's your name?
I'm Rothbert. And who might you be?
We're Plumthorn's gang. We own this part of the dungeon down here.
Like, behind that grate? Or, like, everything?
Everything. You want to adventure down here, you're going to have to get an adventuring license from us.
And how much does this license cost?
Glad you asked. One moment. Let me get the boss to talk to you. Damn it, dog. Assuming you don't walk off in the next minute or so.
I'll tell everybody else to just kind of.
Oops, wrong guy.
I'll kind of point to everybody else and say, "Go ahead and search this area."
Looking at this body while he's having this conversation.
Yeah. Go ahead and peek down all the hallways. Maybe open a door or two.
Okay, well. And you can peek around a little bit. Eventually, another halfling comes up. He's a little better dressed than the rest. Like his armor looks a little better. Otherwise, it's probably not saying much. Fresh blood down here. I hear you want to buy an adventuring license.
Maybe.
Well, if you want to do any looting in these parts, you're going to need one.
Why is that?
Again, I doubt it.
This is ours.
Are these torches on the wall, by the way?
Let me see what you're looking at.
You gonna take all the torches?
I was going to take one of them, go look down a hallway.
Yeah, you can take one.
Okay.
One moment.
So this is...
Yeah, I turned that one off, so now you can just add a torch to yourself.
Yep.
This is your area?
Yeah, we run this place.
Like, no.
I'm Ross Kelly Winterleaf.
Hello, Ross Kelly. I'm going to need you to explain exactly what area you are talking about.
Those stairs just came down?
From a character standpoint, my guy is all about contracts.
Yeah.
And, this kind of stuff. So he's asking for the letter of the law right here. What does this guy actually want?
Well,
where's your domain? Where does it begin? Where does it end? Where does it?
If you came down those stairs that I know you just came down because we heard you coming, you're in our domain. Anything you could find from here. You get over to where the beast men are, and you want to kill them and take their stuff. That's fine. You can do that.
Really?
To pass through here, you're going to need a license.
Where are the beast men?
Oh, down south. Murder them all, I say. Or the goblins. Kill them, too.
Okay.
Still going to cost you to get down there, though. Can't just pass through this area for free.
And why is that?
It's ours. Gotta make a living.
Not on our backs.
Are you like shouting that from around the corner?
I mean, hold on a second. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Like I'm just back by the statue right here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to have a conversation, probably get where you could actually see who you're talking to. You can probably hear them, but I mean, you were a good 60 feet away where you were. That's pretty far to be conversing.
Other than residing in this area, what services do you provide for this license?
Oh, we make sure you can get out of here. You know, you won't find yourself trapped behind a door that's spiked shut or something.
I'm sure we can just go up those stairs and get out.
Oh yeah, if you want to turn around and leave, go ahead.
So we don't need your permission to just come in and leave.
Yeah,
That sounds good to me.
You can leave right now, free of charge.
Right, we'll be going down this hallway down here, and when we come back, we'll leave.
Oh no, that's our territory over there.
No, it's not.
Yes,
I mean, do you actually come out from behind this gate?
You want to see us do it?
If you want to, I mean,
hold on,
that is your business.
I gotta give a couple more of these people light because, you know, they wouldn't all be in the dark here.
Was this the side that what's his name came down earlier? What was that guy we tripped up here with?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the side Moose came down.
This is definitely where he came down.
Was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now you're probably seeing a little more because they would have light. They can't see in the dark. I think I only had one guy with light, and I just added a couple.
The hell, this guy's like blinking.
Who?
Halfling number 10. He's got a yellow box, and then he doesn't, and then he does, and then he doesn't.
Yeah,
Really?
true.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Oh well.
Huh. What happens if I make him red? Still blinking?
They're still yellow to me.
He's still yellow.
I see. Oh, now it's blinking.
Well, I would keep it. Man, I don't know. Oh, he's got two lights on. That's probably why. Weird. I'll turn one off. And overkill there. Anyway, whatever. I've blinked. Sorry. I don't know what to do about it.
That's cool.
You're telling us you're not going to pay? All right. You're adventuring at your own risk, though.
At our own risk? What does that even mean? Of course, adventuring is a risk.
What do you think it means? Listen, buddy. I can tell you're a little slow, so I'll spell it out for you. You give us the money, or bad things will happen to you down here.
How much was he charging?
Oh, the license fee? Just 25 gold.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, plus 10 per trip. You know, sortie fee.
Yeah, it's not ridiculous at all.
Yeah. And, you know...
Oh, since you're a little
10%
slow,
of whatever you
it's
find.
ridiculous, sir.
10% of whatever you find on top of that.
Sounds like a big no.
I'm afraid we'll have to renegotiate those rates if you actually want to collect anything.
Oh, yeah. What do you suggest?
I gotta look back at everybody else.
How's Fain feeling about these halflings, Andrew?
Let's kill the first two and then negotiate.
Is he like holding back? Are you like trembling right now? You really want to get in there and kick you some halfling butt?
Well, I'll be 3 days dead before I pay a halfling anything for anything.
Oh, do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it appears like we have someone who doesn't want to deal with you. Do you have any non-halfling representatives?
Bunch of racists?
He may be. I don't know.
Yeah. But he's just going to tell you the same thing. A fee's a fee. Listen, you know what? You guys go ahead. Do what you want to do. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm sure we will too.
You're not coming through this gate, though.
No, I don't want to come through that gate.
Yeah.
That's your place. You've already designated that as your place. You haven't told me anything else about where your place is, though. So
this whole place is our place.
That sounds. This whole mountain.
No. Just everything you'll get to before something kills you. That's ours. Like I said, you wander far enough and you find yourself in Beastman territory. All right, that's on you.
Actually,
You'll know from all the Beastmen trying to kill you.
Right. Well, we're particularly looking for Undead because that scourge needs to be wiped out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Just head west. You'll be fine. Plenty of Undead over there. Kill them all, I say.
I'm all for heading west. How about you guys?
I don't know if I trust him.
Does this guy have like the strongest light in the world? There's like it's shining all the way across the map here.
Yes, it is.
What does he have? The 20-foot light. Wait,
I yell across the room.
This guy shouldn't even have a light. I must have done something weird.
If he's just emanating light, maybe I will pay.
I yell across the room, hey, ask him what happened to this guy.
I'm bringing him out just because I'm...
It's not changing light for me. I'm not seeing...
Oh, no, he's not. I was confused because I was seeing what he sees. That was the issue. Someone's got a way too big light, but I don't know who.
Are you talking about this light back here?
Like that whole room's lit. Does one of you have like a big lantern out or something?
Basil has a lantern out.
That's
I have
probably
a lantern.
The lantern's got a pretty good radius, right?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. I was worried one of my guys was doing it. We're good.
What happened to that guy over there?
Did you search him?
Oh,
I
could tell you for
His fee.
the licensing fee plus sorting
Yeah.
fee.
Yeah, well, I mean, how do we know he didn't pay and he got killed anyway? You guys don't seem very trustworthy.
You're calling us liars, huh?
Sure.
Well, you know what? Maybe you're right. Who knows? Teeger, what are you doing over there, by the way? You searching him?
I've been searching him.
Give me an observation roll. He does look pretty well picked over.
Okay.
Although I could probably tell you what he is. He's human.
Let's put those in the tower, Adam.
Oh, okay.
How in depth are you going on the search, Adam?
I mean, I've been searching this whole time, so.
I mean, if he has a watch tucked away, are you finding it or?
You know it.
Okay, well in that case, in that case, you do find something literally tucked into his pants. You find a scroll.
Cool.
Which I'm just gonna drag to you. Does this work if I do this? We're about to find out. I don't think that worked.
You made a window appear on my screen that said scroll.
I didn't quite work.
But I can drag it myself. I got it.
Oh, and then you can just add it to your...
Yep.
Oh, cool. There you go. You found that. Feel free to tell your party or not later. But...
Cool.
I don't know. Moose said you guys were reasonable, but it doesn't seem like you are. Your prices are ridiculous.
Oh, you know Moose? Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, we know Moose.
He pays his license fee. Actually, that's not true. He doesn't adventure down here. We do business with him, though. He's a good guy.
What kind of business?
None of your business.
None ya. That kind of business.
And your business.
You know what?
Well,
Good luck. Watch him, boys. Don't let him in here. This guy just turns around and starts walking away.
okay. Fine with me.
Man, I wish I was an expert archer.
Basil the spellcaster? Basil?
You have two
Yeah.
spellcasters.
Yeah.
Which one's more spellcasty than the other?
They're both spellcasty.
Okay, hey Basil, I found this. Check it out.
Who's got
Okay.
the pointier wizard hat is the question. Basil's got the pointier wizard hat right now.
It's in the party sheet.
But I think I'm the one who picked the token, so it's not really Eric's fault.
I take a look at the scroll.
Your eyeballs don't implode, so that's good. And it's arcane, so you would need to read magic to find out more about it.
Okay, I'll tuck it away for now then.
Wait. Yeah. It's arcane. All right, meanwhile, I am going to delete them. It's going to chug as light sources get deleted. Holy shit, that was slow. And then I'm going to re-add a couple guys that are staying here because that is a hell of a lot easier than just doing it.
Can somebody check this box out for traps or whatever?
I'll check for magic traps.
The halflings even put their lantern out. You can tell there's still at least two on the other side of that gate. But I don't think anyone's checked the box yet. Is that what you were saying?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can check for magic trap.
I did not have time to add boxes all over the map that you can actually interact with, but okay. Drop in the tower, find traps roll. One of the halflings yells out, "Watch out! It explodes!" And then you hear them laughing to each other.
Hold on, I'm trying to find that.
You do not find a trap.
Well, that was not me.
Oh. Fain is checking
Yeah,
too, apparently.
I don't see anything. I'll be back here.
I know I took it. I'm just not seeing it right now on my skills. So that's what I'm looking for right now.
Did you take 5 traps?
Yeah, I took the find traps magic thing.
He took the magic feat. Or talent, sorry.
Does that do anything if you don't have the skill? I don't think it does.
Probably not.
Well, it fucking took build points. God, I hope it does something.
I think it lets your find traps skill find magical traps, but if you have no find trap skill, then you can get it. You can learn.
It'll be good later.
Hold on. You did say most sophisticated tasks we could do untrained, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
This is the sort of one where a bot should go very wrong for us, being
If
untrained.
it's magical.
Sure. Why not? So what is the find traps default? Probably Dex.
But I still don't see that either under abilities or under skills. I don't see
You will
it.
have to add it.
Because you never bought it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'll
you're
have to
talking
add it.
about. I don't see the talent that you're talking about getting either, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. The talent that I thought I for sure bought.
It is called Magic Trap Sense. It's 1 build point. It's from the Griffmaster's Guide. Talent allows the thief to attempt to find and remove magical traps subject to the discussion in Chapter 4, Rules of the Road. Only characters of the standard thief class, not all characters of the thief group, can gain this
I
talent.
gotta do something like that. Would you?
Yeah, I only picked it up because it seemed really useful, and we're not doing thief stuff now.
Right. Well, I think that means you may have to pick up the thief skill. Did Derek put build points on those and allow non-thieves to get them? Or not build points, but
I believe it did. I just don't think anybody took it, so we're going to be really, Well, I think what he said is if you're describing what you're doing, he would allow for you to attempt to do that.
Well, yeah, there's always that. If there's like a pit trap and you're poking the head with a pole or something, like common sense stuff will work.
Did you actually make the thief skills into
Yep.
skills everybody could buy?
Yeah, they're under sophisticated tasks.
Yep.
Okay.
And I gave them a default, and I gave them a build point cost, and I'm going to give you magic trap sense because it's 1 build point, and you think you have it. However, it doesn't really do much for you until you pick up that other skill. Other than, you can get your default find
Also,
traps, which is...
For those things you're putting in as untrained for the default, don't forget +5 if you have Opportunist.
True. Wisdom plus intelligence divided by 2. So for you, that is 12? Yeah. Train. Anyway, you don't have great odds of finding a trap, but it could happen. Stranger things have happened. Fain has some experience looking for traps. He didn't find any, though.
Yeah, there weren't any there. I didn't see nothing. I didn't touch it or anything, but I looked.
There's no lock on the chest either. It's just kind of like a lidded stone chest. It's not even that it's unlocked. It's that literally there is no lock.
Is this like an offering box? Using my
That would be
general religious knowledge.
That would be an excellent guess, in fact.
I'll flip it open.
It is empty.
All right. All right. Which way are we going, guys?
It's a delayed explosion.
I was trying to figure out if that was the halflings or if that was you telling us that it just exploded.
No, that's the halflings. Sorry.
I guess we can go west. We'll see if they were at all trustworthy.
Hey, don't mess with that statue over there. Promise, don't mess with it. For real. Hey, up ahead, you see a statue.
What is it a statue of?
Man, Rothbert's light range is rough.
Yeah.
This is another statue. This is another statue of... Stop moving for a second.
Okay.
When I start reading stuff, you can stop moving. All right. Another statue of Thoth. So there's an 8-foot diameter pedestal that it's upon there. This one, instead of him standing up with his arms at either side, he is sitting and writing in a book in his lap. Well, he has a book in his lap. I guess he's not actually writing, but one of his hands has a pen, and the other one's holding a book. But it's not like they're on top of each other. It looks like maybe there were once gemstones in the eyes, but the holes are empty now, or maybe they never were. But whereas the very top of the pyramid, remember there were like big gemstone eyes. This one doesn't have any, nor did the one in the other room. And kind of what you're seeing, let me double check what you see. What you're starting to see here is like these are all a bunch of like burial niches that look like they've been like broken open and looted.
Okay.
All right, you can continue on now. Sorry. I didn't get around to coding in the random encounter, so I gotta pull open a book to check something. I'll have that done for next week.
Anything? Well, I'll let you finish that first then.
Yeah, 1 sec. Three. Okay. All right. Ooh, I'm getting a little chuggy as everybody goes different directions. Might not be bad for you guys because you probably only have to calculate your own light, I bet. But
A little chuggy though.
you know what though?
Is there
It's
anything about the alcove back here?
all right. Everybody, stop for a minute because you're spreading out so much. I need to. I swear, some of you were just like zooming around the map because you want to fill it in.
Dave.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Uh-huh.
First of all, Fain headed north. He did see a door up there that was closed, and it's starting to slope down in that direction, Fain, as you continue that way.
Oh, so that's not written on the floor. Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry. I wasn't sure if you could even see that yet. Basil, same thing. Door closed, sloping down off to your left. And then, what was Lelion asking me? Yeah, a little niche here. Alcove, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, there's no little burial chambers in that section.
Okay, but nothing like interesting on the walls or anything like that?
Let me see what the walls are decorated with down here. I'm sure there's plenty of paintings all over the walls.
Sure. Okay, but I mean nothing
But
unique
no,
about
like,
this.
yes, nothing that
Okay.
stands out more than any of the other walls.
Fair enough. North or south? Then, since we've had someone go each direction. Call out on the hallways. Guys, backstat you real quick. We gotta actually go in one direction as a party.
A party named what? Because you know that adventuring license, the first thing it was going to say was like, put in the name of your party.
Basil, you were definitely hearing noises off to your west when you were at that door. Hard to say what it was. It could have been more zombies. It could have been anything. There was definitely something was moving around.
Inside the door, you mean?
No, off to the
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely heard. I heard stuff. There definitely is something down there. Did you guys hear anything up there?
I don't think so.
Was anyone else asking me something when I said that? I feel like I interrupted someone.
Yeah, asking about the alcove. If there's anything about that alcove.
It's got the same like frescoes and stuff on the wall, but nothing in particular jumps out at you. You're welcome to spend time searching it or whatever if you wish. But just at a glance, it's the same as other walls. Down here, you know how like I was saying up top, like, okay, it took a while to search the wall, but that wasn't. There was some stuff on the walls, but there wasn't a lot of detail. Now that you're down in here, the walls are just like covered with paintings and frescoes, and sometimes there's mosaics. Like, there's a lot. It's not just plain walls anywhere near you. There's imagery everywhere. But if there's something that really stands out from the rest, I'll call it out. I just want to try to make it clear that it's not just like blank walls you're walking past down here. All right. Anyway, there y'all are.
Well, I say
So
we
far,
check out.
So far, north and south sound about the same, but we heard something actually moving to the south, right?
Yeah. So if we want to get in further, we probably want to go north. Otherwise, we're probably going to hit some resistance pretty quickly if we go south. We'd check out the door.
Sure. Oh, you're going south to check the door? I thought you meant the one north.
Oh, yeah, that's fine too. Yeah, we can go to the north door. There was one on the south.
check that door is not locked, but I think.
I listen at the door.
Oh. Okay, you don't hear anything.
It's the hallway.
There is. Do you see light up ahead? Because you should.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it looks like it opens up to a big, big place.
All right, so slow down for a minute so I can tell you what you see up ahead. Fain, you see. I guess I can't give you a full description because you don't see everything.
Dave, you moving up here at least?
You see some pillars, though, right? Nope, you don't even see that. Never mind. Keep moving. All right, now you see some pillars. That pillar there.
Does the door open in or open out?
Into the hallway. Although,
Okay.
if you want me to remember that, you better write it down because I did not go through the dungeon.
Mostly, I'm trying to figure out if they could spike us in, and based on what you just said, they can't spike us in. I mean, they could maybe get us other ways, but
Sure. Yep. What
Okay.
you're seeing here, there's 4 pillars in this room. Anyone have general religion?
Yeah.
Basil definitely reckon it. So they all have carvings on them. One of them, like the pillar itself, is carved into the likeness of a god. Okay, Rothbert's got it. No problem. It's the 4 gods of the dead. There is the northwest is the snake-headed Wadjet, the protector goddess. To the southwest is Mat, wife of Thoth, bearing in her hands the feather with which souls were judged. To the southeast is Thoth in his ibis-headed form. And to the northeast is Osiris, in the form of a bearded human with a conical cap and holding 2 scepters across his chest. They're carved into the pillars, and they actually go pretty high. They're probably like 10 feet up where you see the faces, but the pillars go even beyond that. Someone has a lantern that goes how far?
I have to check.
30 feet, it looks like.
Currently, it's marked as 2030, but I thought they were better than that.
I think it's the bullseye that goes farther.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they're double a torch. Okay.
What I was going to say is the ceiling in here. It's enough to know the ceiling in here is 30 feet. So you are seeing the ceiling. Just so you know, but it is a very high ceiling chamber. And up ahead, you definitely see, even from the distance of this other room, there's definitely some sort of magical lighting up that area. It's just a steady, bright light up there. And there's kind of what it looks like a dais made of marble, and then like an onyx table on top of that. Though from this distance, you probably don't make out much more detail at the moment. Man, it's weird not fighting 12 bugbears every time you go in a new room. Feel about that?
Give me that. We'll find them.
I'll be level 2 in just like 30 more sessions.
I listen to this door.
You just need some best hits like Dave had. All right, you're listening at the door. Anyone else do anything?
Nope.
You hear nothing at the door.
Okay. I generally look at.
It's open.
That door is now open. That room is much more covered in trash than There's just a lot of trash in there. Basically, you can move
It's
through.
18 bugbears.
And 18 bugbears. And a cake.
It's a lie.
Could be.
All right.
Well, we should go south because that probably won't go too far.
You've been down here long enough now, probably, that any torches you lit when you first came in are burning out. You need a replacement.
I listen at this story.
You've probably been down here 30 minutes, I'd say. I need a better way to keep track of time. Okay. You hear nothing. Is your guy like a good listener, or are you just going base observation on it?
Are we
Space observation.
I thought. I'm sorry, Dave. What'd you say?
I was just going to ask if we're just going to open all the doors.
Looks like
Maybe.
I mean, the south one's likely to lead back down to the room we came in at, so that's
I'm
good to know.
I'm doing my best to keep eyes on 5 of you at once.
I'm just staying where the light is because I can't see otherwise.
Found another door. I'm going to open it.
All right.
It's got garbage in it.
It is another trash-filled room. Ooh, I'm getting chuggy.
I bet there's a secret door in this nook here.
Would you like to spend 10 plus minutes searching for it?
No, but Al probably will.
I do kind of want to do it, but I won't hold up the group if the group doesn't want to do it.
You know, so interesting thing. The halflings keep those torches lit. Those are 30-minute torches, though. They must just be cycling through there all the time, lighting those damn torches. I'm going to assume they have some of those long-burning torches in there. Maybe they last a whole hour. Get those really long.
So you're saying I should just lay in wait and grab the torchlighter and just beat the shit out of him, and then deliver his decapitated head to Roth Kelly?
I guess also what I'm saying is at the moment, probably some of those torches are starting to sputter out, but I really don't want to go through and click them all. Do that. So if it becomes relevant, I will, but just assume right now all those torches in there as you peek in are burning down. You did open that door, right? No, you didn't open that door. Never mind.
Oh.
Never mind. Although I think with Fog of War, you can probably tell exactly where that goes. Stupid Fog of War. I want to get rid of it. Apparently,
I would want a dungeon map that makes it so it always orients the way you're looking is north, and I would get so lost.
Yeah, you really would. I think you'd honestly get pretty lost just not having the Fog of War. And what's funny is, from what I've read, Fog of War hurts performance of the app too. So it's like, I don't know why there's not an option to just disable it. Because of all the calculations it does. It's you each have your own mask for what sits over the map for what you can see and not see.
I found another hallway.
Someone opened a door. But yeah, nothing bad happened to you.
Man, this dungeon's kind of lame.
Yeah, not much going on, is there?
This trend continues. Hey.
Damn usages right now. Not bad. Power usage, very high. Cool.
Okay.
I got a good feeling about this door.
When you guys are all moving, I can barely drag dice. All right. You opening it? Yes, no?
It opens into a place.
It sure does. This room is pretty unremarkable.
Oh, we got to search this room. This is definitely where everything is. It's the most unremarkable rooms that have the best stuff in them.
What's up with this area right here that doesn't have a wall but ends in darkness?
Yeah. Interesting. Well, that was me screwing up the map making. But as you look
Okay.
at that wall, you're like, there's something weird about this, and you touch it, and your hand passes right through it.
The hell you say?
Basically, I laid the. I screwed that up.
This is a spiral staircase.
So Fain's standing there, and probably touches the wall and suddenly walks right through it, and that's. That's weird.
That is weird.
That is a spiral
Great.
staircase going up.
So whose job is it now to just drag a hand along all walls we walk past?
For the record, if you go up those stairs, I do have map for up there.
Up?
Yeah.
We went down, what? You said about 300 steps?
I mean, at least.
You guys want to stay on this level for now?
I want to go
Well, I
up.
want to open that door, but I don't know.
There's nothing
Up is-
here.
There's a door.
We've seen nothing.
There's a door right here.
All right.
Stop for 1 sec.
Sure.
Nice, Jared.
What? What'd I do?
Cleared off the combat tracker.
Oh, yeah. I had to get those halflings out of there. They were slowing me down.
Okay. Hey, you want to open the door?
Definitely nothing going on. Okay, you guys can continue.
12 bugbears.
You can stop there. As you enter the room, this looks like probably the remains of someone's bedchamber, based on what you see of like a falling apart wardrobe and like the remains of a bed. But as you're kind of glancing around the room, you see some piles of bone on the floor start coming together and rising up as skeletons, but interestingly, they are not taking the form of humans, but rather baboons. And I guess we probably need initiative. I'm going to hit this button because I need to auto-roll some stuff. They definitely don't look friendly. The bones all rise up pretty quickly and snap together, and the things are kind of down on all fours, and they start skittering towards you pretty quick. Did it hide your rate of fire mess? Oh, man. Did I not fix the crit thing?
What?
It just told me Teeger has a fixed rate of fire too. They have attacks on 1 and 6, but it showed it only to me, which makes me think I might still have some broken messages for fumbles and crits and stuff.
Yeah.
It's possible I fixed it and I forgot to push it to what we're playing tonight, but whatever. We'll deal with it. Anyway, roll initiatives, I guess. Rothbert's getting his Warhammer out, it looks like, and he's going hella fast.
So how does the 2-3 thing work? Like if I do a 2 and then I do something else, is the next one a 3?
Correct.
If you
Okay.
take a break from firing and you restart again,
Mm-hmm.
you restart
You
at 2.
restart on the 2. Yep.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
fire 2 and then you decide you're gonna, I don't know, drink a
I pick my
potion.
nose for a turn, yeah,
Yeah.
and then I start at 2 again.
I should have named my guy with the turn tracker in mind.
Don't think of it as 2 and then 3. Think of it as 5 over the course of 2 rounds. So you kind of need 2 rounds in a row for that to work.
Gotcha. And I have to stand still for that to work.
No.
No?
You've got the Archer ability that lets you move.
Doesn't he do it?
Doesn't that mess up my attack
I thought
rate?
that gave him a slower rate of fire, though.
Maybe.
You
You can click on your kit button and read that if you want. I think it's in there somewhere. You can make your own arrows too. An archer can move up to half his allowed distance fire and move again, even if he's not an elf. Okay. You cannot
Where
move
did you
farther
find
than his
that?
normal. It's on. You click your kit, and it's under special boons. Last paragraph
Where's my kit?
on your character sheet to the right.
On your
of
first
race.
page.
You can't fire more
Oh,
than
I
once
see
per
it.
round if you're moving and shooting.
Okay, cool.
Wait. Okay. If you move your full distance, you can only fire once per round. If you move only up to half your distance, then you can fire your second shot. I guess I would say, putting that all together, you could move up to half your rate and still get all your attacks. Is probably what I would say.
All 5 over 2 rounds?
Yeah.
And my move is 12, so I can move 6 squares.
And fire at your normal rate while moving 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, anyway, I'm going to assume you all have initiatives of 1 somehow, because everybody's up there. So, Teeger, damn it.
Shooting this baboon with an arrow, even though I don't think that's going to do much.
Probably not, but you can find out. Oh, you'll never know because you missed.
Yep.
And honestly, you probably should have had a minus shooting through all your party members like that. So
fair enough.
That must be why you missed. You were being careful not to hit them, as you are known for. Rothbert.
I'm gonna have to move, I guess.
All right.
So
Cool.
that'll be.
Move. I know the skeleton's moving on. This guy's. No, this one's moving on 1 too. So he'll end up meeting up.
Then
with
I'll probably be there.
Okay. Well, then he's getting Fain. Take that.
Hmm.
All right.
I was gonna do a flying Lucreon kick at him, but I guess I'll just fight him here.
Playing you 1. Lelion. Skeletons have glowing red eyes.
So close to a hit. Oh well.
Good try. Good try.
Well, it actually did roll from an 18 to a 5, which would have been.
Okay. Okay, yeah. All right, Fain. Do your monkly things. The skeletons are unstunnable, by the way.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
I would definitely like to think that. At least you're seeing your attack rolls and your damage. Do you have just 1 attack? Oh, you got your other one coming. Okay. All right, Rothbert.
All right. I'll
You'll do your thing.
heck yeah.
Is he going to explode? Oh, boy. Why didn't that crit? Or did you see the crit?
I saw a crit.
Yep.
I didn't push the fix.
Uh,
Damn it.
Severity 9. Blah blah blah. Let's see.
I know what happened too.
No extra dice.
It's because it's not. Actually, that is weird. What did the crits say?
Just drag the crit entry back onto the chat.
Yeah.
I understand why it's displaying the wrong message. I don't understand why it's not like recording the crit data like it used to, though.
Should have done an extra D8.
Yeah, I'll just roll a D8 and.
Yeah.
I doubt they can really suffer anything else.
Yeah, no. I tried to drag it to him. That doesn't work, so I'll just have to add 2 wounds.
Yeah, that should be 3 damage. Should have a honor. Yep.
Can skeletons even really be critted?
Not all the other effects, but I'll count like.
Well, sure. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Well, yeah, Dave saw the effect. I actually do have the ability to make things uncrittable, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, whether they saved or not, the other stuff is a no.
yeah, I just look at it as that particular hit, was really good at cracking some bones and breaking
Sure,
it apart.
sure, but yeah, the profuse bleeding, not so much.
Oh, hey,
All right, I got it.
you teed Fain up for the killing blow.
I got it. You're so far ahead of me in campaign kills. I gotta catch up.
It punched it in the same shin.
I know to attack the weak
Nice.
points.
Like a boss.
Of course, I just thought we were doing a golf scoring, so
All right. Basil, what you doing?
I was going to attack, but the one is dead. I think I'm just going to try and move positions to be in a good position to help.
Okay.
Maybe get in.
You can probably pretty easily get around almost behind it if you're spending the round doing that.
All right, I'm going to do that. I am doing it.
While you're doing that, it basically, down on all fours, it skitters right up to Rothbert and basically launches itself onto him. You had plenty of time to kind of maneuver, given that you were doing that all around. Assuming you're... Hold on, you were going to be attacking though, right? So let's see.
I was going to be, yeah,
You
but
started
the other
moving
one
on
died.
5. What's your move? Yeah, you'll be able to go by like 8. So I'm just going to change your initiative. Oops. However, this thing tries to kill Rothbert, the evil
Undead Slayer.
skeleton smashing guy. Rakes its claws down your shield for a whole point of damage. Hey, do you have shield proficiency?
No,
Oh,
I didn't have enough proficiency slots. I'm not a fighter.
Oh, that's right. All right, Teeger. It's your time to
I'm gonna-
shine. Minus
I'm gonna
4
get
if
him
you're
this
going to
time.
shoot into that mess, though.
Okay. Here we go. Ciao.
power shot.
Teeger's
Time
got it
to
going on today.
retire that character. How does he only have +1? Oh, -4. He was still +1 with -4. All right. All right, Teeger. Not a. All right, Basil, go ahead with your. You can queue up the rear attack, or you can just add +2, whatever you find easier. But
It seems plausible to me, Teeger, that you were sold a bum bow.
I tried to
Don't
swap
tell
it
him
out,
that.
but it wouldn't let me do it.
oh,
Don't tell him that. He'll go kind of crazy. Trying to get himself a new bow.
Al, your attack. You have +2 to hit.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Oh, all right. Oh, that was from an hour and a half. That wasn't what I heard. Okay.
Well done.
I don't. You can paste the crit to chat. Man, I'm sad that I did fix it. I don't know. I don't know why it's not live, but all right, extra d6 damage. So I don't have a good way to do. I don't know. Just do your damage and then we'll roll a d6 at the end and add that in as you put it up and in him.
So now there's a bunch of different options.
Oh, he's medium size. So let's see. You want to do the one that.
The one that doesn't have a comma anything.
Do you have 6 on this one? Yeah, it's the third one down.
Oh, does it have a comma M?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so yeah, the one without anything comma.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to code it to just know and pick. All right, so you're finding that with a short sword, since it's more of a stabbing weapon, it's not doing as much damage as smashing these things apart or even hacking at them. However, you did do some damage. Go ahead and roll a d6, and I will add in a little bit extra. Andrew, you got a crit record there?
Yeah.
Awesome,
I didn't make a sheet for it, but I am recording them. I will make a sheet for it.
I need to know if I need to keep track right now or if I can do it post session. Because honor and stuff like that. Actually, you know what? It's easy. I think every time you deliver a crit, it's just 1 temporal. But you guys can't actually edit your temporal. Okay. Let me add a note. That's the other thing I'm going to do. Make you guys able to edit your temporal honor.
Ooh, make a note to add in the things you already did, but didn't upload.
It's really weird that it's not working, though. I wonder why. Okay, new round. Teeger's hanging
Now
his head
I'll
in
do
shame.
my
Yeah.
flying Lucreon kick.
Teeger's too demoralized to do anything.
Understandable, honestly. All right, Leland doing anything or no?
Nope.
All right, Rothbert.
Sling bullet into that's just not worth it.
Make this thing explode, I guess.
All right.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Let's
see what that one was.
Especially given the lack of crit.
Rothbert, the undead killer. I'm really surprised that
Damage
the
multiplier
damage bonus
2x.
isn't working anymore.
So the damage multiplier is 2x.
Doesn't matter, Dave.
Oh.
Well, that much more he's dead, but
yeah, it would have been an extra base weapon damage.
Oh, okay.
Let's hit what, 25?
Which is what, a d6?
Yep.
Plus.
Well, keep rolling, I guess. Maybe you'll beat
Oh
your
no,
best
its
hit.
best hit's 35, so probably not.
So it would have been 9 more, 10 more, 11 more because of
11 more. Yeah.
All right, so 29 would have been that hit. All right, well, either way, yeah, he's dead, but it didn't beat your 34 or whatever it was.
35.
Why do you always crit him in the legs?
I'm a short human.
Apparently, if I delete them without clicking on them, they don't drop loot because it doesn't recognize them as dead before they're gone. So I'll have to.
Oh, yeah, anything.
I'll have to look at that. He did not have anything. It's true, but
Why were there baboon skeletons just lying around?
This was obviously their bedroom when they were normal baboons.
Oh, okay.
This was the Temple of Thoth. Baboons is animal. Why did they hate you, though? That's the real question. What'd you do to them? All right. Well, there's some dead skeletons.
So why was the whole place cleared out except for this particular room? That's what I want to know.
We've only seen like 4 rooms.
I guess it's all been hallways.
Yeah.
And because we're not the first adventurers down here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying why is there so much empty space except for this room? Is there anything in here, Derek?
It's like the ruins of a bedroom. You want to do a good search?
Well, especially it looks like there's a dresser on the wall there.
Indeed. As you go to open the door literally falls off, and like the top of the thing like caves in. But you start picking around it, and you guys are taking your time searching the room, like full search.
Yep.
You do find, not in the cabinet, but like under the remains of the bed, a scroll. And this one does not look to be arcane. It looks to be divine. Should I just give this to Rothbert?
I'll take it.
It probably popped a window on your screen, and now you should be able to drag that to your sheet.
Drag the window?
The little pin in
The
the
little
top
shield
left of it.
icon.
Oh.
Do we have stuff in the party sheet right now?
Why is
No.
it going
No.
slow? There we go.
I don't know. Maybe I'll start sending that to the party sheet instead.
I think it was because I dropped my torch when combat started, and then I just picked it back up.
All right. I don't need to do anything to be able to read this scroll, right?
Correct.
So can I get it ID'd?
Oh, yeah, true for you. Yes. It is a Scroll of Sanctuary.
Oh, no, okay.
Fain has an empty item, but he's not the person I'm supposed to be looking at. Inventory, scroll. Where, there,
That's
there
just
Great
Up
if
on the
you
corner.
ever. Great if you ever get in combat with a camel.
That's mean.
I've changed that wall to now actually be an illusionary wall, which means I think it'll look like it's there, but you can walk through it.
Yep.
I didn't do that for illusionary walls in the first place because the way you guys run around, you'd be constantly going through them when you're probably not even supposed to be in the room yet. However, whatever I did do didn't work because it apparently totally gave away that there was a weirdness going on there.
Well, it wasn't
Is
weirdness
there-
on that. Weirdly enough, it wasn't weirdness on that wall. It was on the wall to the south.
This
yeah,
one?
it's the south wall. That is that a door
Yeah.
or what is that?
Yeah,
That's
one.
what looked weird to us.
That one does look weird. That's just, let me see here. Yeah, you do kind of see a door, don't you? Well, let me just say you don't see anything there, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
There was a mapping error that I tried to correct for.
Yeah.
Apparently not well. But hey, you found a bonus illusionary wall as a result on the other wall.
And now Fain is huge, and I did not cast enlarge on him.
Well, I'm going up the stairs. It was part of that effect.
Yes.
Perspectives change.
You guys are heading upstairs?
Are we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we say stick on this level?
This level
Yeah, I mean,
sucks.
That's
You
boring.
gotta pay an adventuring license on this level. Who wants that?
The
Okay.
good stuff is going to be behind the illusionary wall, right? Because dumber adventures wouldn't have found this.
All right, let's go up.
One moment. Switching maps. I should have deleted you all off that map before I did it, or it's gonna keep popping it open every time I try to do anything. Delete all tokens. Yay. Alright. And this is going to be the map, but you're not on it yet, so chill for a sec. You and damn it. You and you and you and you. Alright, now you should all be on the map. Look towards the top part, I guess. This room, you went. Oh well, here I guess just in case you want to change your minds, you go up about 300 feet or so. Like you feel like you probably went up almost as far as you went down, going up these spiral
Okay.
stairs.
That sounds
Your
rough
legs,
on a spiral
your
staircase.
legs are sore by the end, and you probably just went through another torch. What did I say it was before? 10 a.m. or 9:30? I'm losing track of time. Can I nominate someone to just keep track of the times that I tell you? Thanks for volunteering, Adam. I appreciate it. It's
No
10
problem.
a.m.
Cool.
It was roughly 9 a.m. when we got to the first big room with the
Yeah, I
schedule.
did a 9:30 update a while ago, and then
I missed it.
honestly make it 10:15. I gotta use the
Okay.
restroom again. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Sure.
What's all this stuff over the ground?
Probably more junk, but he hadn't said yet.
Debris. Yeah.
Right.
So I had swapped strength out for 2 more castings of enlarge,
Yeah.
and then he put strength back to the better Hackmaster. So I got to decide if I'm switching 2 back of them over to
That's
enlarge
fine.
again.
Yeah. So, what did we end up saying it was?
So the issue is that the 2E says it starts going into fractionals when you hit 18.
Oh
But
yeah, and then Hackmaster didn't say that, but it said like your
But
normal
it's still
maximum.
capped. Yeah, it still caps at racial maxes, so it may still not be worth it.
I'd say it puts you at 1800 if it goes from 18 to 19. Okay. Yeah. Is everyone here? I don't even know. Everyone except maybe Al. His camera's doing weird things.
He's got a
yes.
all over it.
It's really filthy in here. There's a lot of scattered debris, but also like there's just like dirt and nastiness and like rat turds and stuff like that in here, which is different than you were seeing down below. Like this is more just like actual filth. But you should see a door ahead of you, and that's probably about it.
I check all these walls to see if they're illusionary.
Okay. Nope, your hand. Well, they could be a type of illusion that, convinces your mind that you're touching something, but your hand doesn't pass through any of them.
Not my mind.
The walls are actually a lot more plain here, too, than they were downstairs. You definitely aren't seeing all that Thoth imagery that you were seeing before.
Fain going through the door first now, or someone else?
I mean, I'm like 2 behind at least on the kill count now.
You gotta catch up. All right, you open the door.
Oh, it's a circle.
You do see a circle. Damn, you guys just like run in when those doors open.
Gotta get in there before you stop us.
Hey, who's moving me?
I moved you for a minute because I had to.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to find my description of the room. So don't move any further. You get the really powerful stench of maybe like bird poop or something, and the floor itself is really like slick here, even to walk on as you step in. You do see a circle of stones there that is weirdly clear of debris, and there's probably a little bit of like the poop stuff in there, but it's nowhere near as bad as the rest of the room. And let me see what y'all can see. Yeah, down here, although down here it's all covered with debris again. You see what looks to be some sort of like stone. I don't know, like a rectangular stone thing coming out of the ground at the south end of the ring, and you could go check that out in more detail in a moment. This probably only comes out like a foot out of the ground, though. It's kind of like it's almost like a stool in a way in terms of the height. You are hearing a lot of flapping wings all of a sudden, though, as you open the door and start stepping in and your light starts shining around. So let me know what you're doing without just running all around the room. Tell me verbally what you're doing.
I'm in the back, so I'm
run
waiting.
all around the room. But like cool, like a monk.
Oh.
He's running on walls and shit.
All right. Well, then as Fain continues forward,
See a nest.
You do see a nest, and you see a bunch of little bird-like things fluttering up from it. And when I say a bunch,
Would you describe them as having particularly long beaks?
they do have long beaks.
I'm gonna go back down to the halfling level.
It's like you've played D&D before.
I don't even have armor on. This isn't gonna work for me.
There's just this mob of fluttery bird. First of all, get your ass back over there where you were.
Faster! I'm really fast. I'm already gone.
You are pretty fast, actually. All these things come rising up out of the nest, fluttering and probably squawking. And let me know in the general sense what you're doing there, Fain. Are you running like hell?
I'm running while I yell, Mage! Mage!
What's Rothbert doing since he's the other one in the room? The rest of you, granted, you don't actually need to be in 5-foot squares during normal exploration. The rest of you could be.
What those are?
Probably. You're doing what?
Do I see what those are?
I don't know. Do you see? Can you? I don't know what you can see right now.
Yeah, I can see what's over there. It's just
Yeah, they're little. Let me give you
Basil, this is your chance to really take the lead in the kill counter.
Oh, does it just say unidentified creature for you all? No, they're
no.
identified.
It doesn't.
Yeah, they're sturges.
Sturge.
They're sturges. Big old bloated belly birds with big old proboscises. You guys probably have a pretty good sense what those are. They're a common pest.
I think there's only 18 of them.
Yeah, could count. On the plus side, wait, actually get a whole hit die? Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, there's some sturges. Fain yelled Mage and started moving back. Rothbert is doing what now?
If Fain is running, I'm backing up too.
All right, is everybody leaving, or are there people that are coming into the room?
I'm backing up if they're backing up.
Yeah, if they're backing up, I'm getting ready to shut the door when people are out.
All right. Basil, give me a dex check. D20 will work. All right. You, Fain and Rothbert come through, and you kind of push the door closed behind him, and you hear thump, thump, thump as a couple things thump into it, trying to follow you guys. Now what?
You guys actually want to take this on?
So what'd you guys see? Because I didn't see anything.
Sturges, lots of them.
Maybe we could just let a couple in at a time.
Good luck on that plan, but no.
But it's such a long way down from here.
Okay,
So
hold on. Quick refresher. Do you guys know what sturges are?
I don't.
Think mosquito, but the size of a pigeon.
Mm.
And
Okay.
and just a handful of them can drain you dry.
And there's a lot more than a handful on the other side of that door.
They attack, and then they attach, and then they drain automatically after that. And they can be hard to get off people because you're trying to get them off without hitting the party member. You know what I mean?
Can we kite them down to the halflings?
MVP.
I would love to see it.
So I have.
If only we had that mirror.
Fain might be able to outrun them. I don't know about the rest of you. No, Fain would need to be able to fall, I think.
So I have spell prepping, where essentially I can have a spell ready to go and just toss it, essentially. So I I don't know what you guys think in terms of, are they going to be at the door or are they going to go back to the nest? What do you guys think? And because I could just pop in there, toss a fireball, and then pop back out and see, what kind of commotion that makes.
I mean, they'll probably eventually go back to the nest, but that may be a couple hours while they're riled up, or they may leave and go hunt right now. We may have just screwed some innocent person off in the city. Or creature. I don't think they care.
What do we hear at the door? I mean, is there anything, like, we heard him thump into it?
You're definitely here. They're not thumping into it anymore, but you definitely hear the commotion out there of a lot of fluttering wings and shrieks and stuff.
Well, I only brought the one fireball, so perhaps we save this for, and I just bring a bunch of fireballs for like another day.
Sure.
Let 3 go at once. Kaboom. All right, then. Back down the stairs. For the record, most encounters aren't 18 things at once, at least that I've seen in this dungeon so far. So,
Yay.
yeah. Oh, I mean, like, Temple of Elemental.
I know.
Dear God. All right. If you're going back downstairs, then down. God, so slow. End encounter. Delete you from the map. The other map. Wherever it went. We're getting there. You guys back on that map. And you went flying through walls and shit. Some of you might have some weird ass fog war. I don't know. But there you are. Basil's off.
Well, I mean, unless there was anything else, I think that was everything that was up there that we didn't find anything else. I didn't think.
It's probably been another 15 minutes.
Got it. It's 10:30.
Awesome. I think you guys have about 15 minutes more torch left if you're burning them. As for the lanterns, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I can mark off an oil pouch once we're at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
But I think we're only at the 45 minutes.
That long. I'll have to keep better notes for that next time.
Anyway, I'm not playing torch right now. I'm limited to everyone else with light.
Me too.
Which is why I'm running after people.
Oh, you're out of torches completely?
No, I have a tank full of torches.
Oh.
But do we need every single person to run a light?
No.
Oh, plus he uses a shield, so.
Yeah. I can maybe have a shield and hold it in my hand, but as soon as combat starts, I can't have anything in my hand and use my shield successfully.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably dropping the torch or putting the lantern down on the ground when combat starts normally, so yeah.
Sure. Excuse me.
You
So
should
this
actually
way?
go get an adventuring license from the halflings. I'm sure they'd give you some pro tips.
Are they gonna, give us a torchbearer?
For the right price, maybe. Just go get a slave in town. Come on.
Let's see, we could just buy a slave to do that.
Slaves are cheap, especially if you bring them back alive.
And then until I get a decent set of armor, they're not that cheap.
All right, this room's got a continual light going in it. This chamber is plastered and features 16 large, 15 foot tall by 5 foot wide images of ibis heads staring at the center of the chamber. So they're all kind of all staring towards the center. The sapphire blue eyes of each ibis were painted such that each pair appears to be staring at right here. It's pretty obvious. Wow, you can even actually kind of see it on the map. I was worried the resolution wouldn't show. You can see halfling-sized footprints in the dust that come from the south and head west, the door you just went through, just because it's so dusty in here.
You're saying we should be able to see footprints on the map?
The kind of scuffle marks you see in the south, curving around to the.
They look more obviously like footprints if it was higher resolution, but the fact that they came out at all would made me happy. So.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
So most of the doors down here have been wood, and a lot of them are kind of hard to open. But I haven't been doing like open doors rolls. They're not that hard. These doors are bronze. Definitely, whether or not they're locked, you don't know, but they have an obvious lock on them. And like a big keyhole. like the size of the keyhole is probably like that big, like an 8-inch key in height. Yeah.
Who's got the bag of rocks?
I've
Somebody's carrying rocks. For
Two of
Sling,
us.
right?
Why?
Well, there's something going on in the middle of this room, right?
Just all the images on the walls are looking at the center of the room, but
Can you throw a rock in the middle of the room?
Yeah, I'll roll a rock in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you roll it roughly through where they're all looking, and it just, clatter, clatter, clatter. Nothing happens.
Now go get it.
Okay.
I go around and I go to pick it up, but I'm going around to get it.
Fair enough. All right.
I get close to the door and take a look at it in general, like the lock, and see. Maybe I should
I don't
start.
have much more detail for you. It's a really big lock that definitely looks like it takes a very large key that you would put in there. Although it's you can't just like look through and see to the other side or anything.
Is that because the key is stuck in the other side of the lock?
Wouldn't that be
Get
cool?
out my newspaper.
First, you need a fake mustache made out of cat hair. And then a magic marker on your ID to give yourself a mustache so it matches. Adventure Gaming 101. Man, just think if you had a knock spell when you were level 3. Who needs keys, right?
Did we try looking through the hole?
Open the door.
Yeah, I said we couldn't.
Oh, okay.
Does it open?
It does not open, although, there, let me lock it.
I open the door.
Oh? Wait, what? What were you trying to open the first? Oh, you're like trying
Oh,
to bash
that's
it
no
down.
good.
Yeah, for a locked door, yeah, you'd need the 1 in percentiles, which I don't even know if you have.
Parentheses.
Parentheses, thank you. Yeah, you're 0.
That's magically barred.
No, it's locked or magically. Pretty sure. Open doors is normally for stuck doors, not locked. Number in parentheses is the chance to open a locked, barred, or magically held door, but only 1 attempt per door can ever be made. You know, unless your strength changes or something. Either way, you those doors are solid. You're looking at those, you're like, yeah, I'm not getting through that.
I do it again for the first time with the power of my mulligan.
You literally have a 0 chance.
Fine, then I won't do it in your face.
I mean, if you want to use your mulligan, go ahead, but if you had higher strength, you'd have a chance, maybe, but
What?
This hole is so big you can stick your hand into it, right? This keyhole.
Yeah, put your hand in there.
it's probably it's very tall, but it's probably kind of thin. But yeah, you could probably get a hand in there.
Stick my hand in it.
It feels like a lock. It doesn't try to kill you, but it also doesn't feel you don't feel anything special in there. If you get your strength up to 1851, you can get a 30% chance to break the door down. Anyway, there you are. Big locked door. Mostly empty room, other than, lots of things staring at the center of the floor, which Rothbert just walked over, and he seems fine.
I'm gonna stand in the middle of the floor and look around at all the faces and see if any of them look different.
Nope, but you're feeling really judged. Because they all just stare at you.
Alright.
So like every day.
Actually... Yes, there it is. Just giving Basil a religion roll for Thoth, because he's got that skill, but did not pull up any info about their rituals or customs or what any of that might mean.
Wait, what about Thoth?
I was giving you a roll to see if you might have some clue as to why they're all staring like that.
I know a lot about Thoth. I
made a roll for you.
Oh, I thought it was for Adam because he was the one saying he was looking.
I knew you had that skill. That's why I was rolling for you.
Gotcha.
Adam doesn't have that skill, so he can make his best guess, but his character has no idea. But no, nothing looked different. Nothing happened to you. So
Okay.
What's your specific? Oh, are you that one too?
Yeah.
You should put the specific name on there. But yeah, you also do not know.
It's on my notes page or whatever. Okay.
Are you opening that door, Rothbert? You've been standing there. Oh, he's not even at his desk anymore. Oh, you guys lost your fog of war when we left the map. This is great.
I've been sitting there listening.
Yeah, this is just going to go back to the main room.
If you want to
directly, but yes. Yes, open that door, please.
All right.
There's probably a small hallway, and then it will probably come to a door that is to the right of the stairs we came down on.
Pretty good guess, other than there's a skeleton nailed to the wall over there. Which I assume you guys can see.
No. Oh, there, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
It does not look like it has any gear or like there would be any reason to search it, but it just looks like it was staked through its hands. It's probably falling apart at this point. I don't know how long a skeleton can stay together. I don't really know how that works.
Is there something on the wall that's holding it up, or is it just?
It was like staked into the wall. It's not. It's kind of like it's like half sitting and half staked to the wall, though. It's not like dangling or anything.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, somehow you guys avoided almost all combat down here so far. That's actually impressive.
I feel like you spent a lot of time building the maps, but forgot to put any of the encounters in.
Nope. You've nope. I don't think you understand the scale of how big this place is.
How much treasure did we get so far today?
Found 2 scrolls.
You got some dead zombie flesh.
You have some cool boots.
You've only been down here 2 hours. The day's young.
Have we hit 2 hours? Oh, you mean
like 2.5, 3.
All right, I'll mark off.
So here's something. Temple of Elemental Evil, you went through, and every room was like a fight and stuff. This one will have a lot of empty space. Some of it will just be dead space. Some of it will be.
We are dead space.
Will have meaning later on, but also the sheer scale of this, you really haven't explored much. From my perspective, you're still in the entry rooms of the level where all the adventurer parties come down and clear everything out. So that's why you're really not finding anything.
Yeah, I sort of figured that was the case. That's kind of why I really wanted to hit that spiral staircase, because it was behind an actual invisible wall. But yeah, I don't know if we want to deal with those shitty things.
And I know there's still like directions you haven't gone, even up north where you went. So anyway, we're getting close to the end of the night. But hey, Rothbert, go ahead and open the door if you want.
All right, cool.
Hey, the torches have been relit in here.
I should take all their torches.
Maybe. See what they can see. Who goes there? Come identify yourselves. You hear the voices yelling again.
Yeah, we just go down this hall.
Just ignore them.
Yeah, we ignore
them. Fair enough. All right. This room is pretty garbage filled, but this gets kind of interesting. The first thing that catches your eye, I guess you haven't moved far enough. Go ahead and keep moving, and I guess I'll let you know.
It's another one of them sturge circles.
It is.
Right.
Also, there is
and
a floating
there's a head on the floor.
No, it's floating in the middle of the room.
Is it friendly?
So
Hi.
right now you're walking through trash that's probably, or you're carefully walking around trash that's about 2 feet deep here, covering the floor. But you can make out a stone circle just like the one you saw upstairs, and even right here is another one of those raised up stone. I don't even know what you'd call it.
It's like
kind
a
of like a
save
stool.
point.
What you're seeing in it,
yeah.
What you're seeing is so it's about 8 inches tall, but then I'm pointing at about 4 feet long, and there's like 6 8x8 squares set among it that are all empty, but it's like 6 indentations for an 8x8 square. And so and then there's a head floating there. It's not like a human head though. It's like a bronze bust, but it's definitely floating in the air on its own. It's got empty eye sockets. Its lips are kind of pursed as if it's like right in the middle of saying something, although it's not saying anything right now. It's just a floating bronze bust. And yeah, there's trash all over. So there, caught you up. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Is it like hovering, or is it completely stationary?
No, it's not moving, but it's definitely hovering about human height. Maybe 5 feet, 6 feet off the ground.
It would be possible that it's like hanging from a fishing wire and there's nothing magical about it?
That is possible.
Okay. It's not obviously magic necessarily.
It's definitely not waving around at all, though. Which, it might not be, if it's heavy enough, I assume.
Teeger, I think you should shoot it.
I mean, I want to, but... Somebody should at least go poke it.
You gotta get a 11-foot pole.
I heard tale of a mage that would do such things. His party hated him.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna walk away? Is it?
I'm gonna investigate a little more. The thing on the floor. You said you made it sound like a giant pillbox. That's all. That's the only picture I can see in my head.
Well, let me
sound like a bunch of like European lights or power outlets.
I hope you post a picture of like a horse statue, a water level.
It's long rectangular stone, 4 feet long, 8 inches tall, and I'm not sure how wide for the other direction. Maybe like a foot. And spaced out along that 4 feet are 6 indentations of 8 by 8 squares. That's basically it. So it's like it just looks like something in the ground that you would for some reason like put some squares into. Is the impression you get, or maybe fill them with something.
There's 16 individual.
But what you're looking at is basically just a big block of stone from your standpoint. It's just shaped with some indentations.
16 slots.
So you put the headpiece on the staff, and you put the staff right here, and that shines down and shows you where the temple is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
how many holes in total, Derek?
6.
6 holes.
They're 8 by 8
So it's not a one board.
So there's going to be some space in between them. That's
yeah.
Yeah, don't look at the image. I don't know that that was the closest thing I could find to something that had some holes in it. So I used whatever that was. I think that's actually a windowsill that I happened to put down as the.
Well, I'm going to shove an arrow down one of the squares.
Yeah, so your arrow, I mean, the indentation only actually goes down like half an inch to an inch. It doesn't go in that far. And you poke at it, and it's definitely just solid stone that you're poking with an arrow.
All right, I'll poke this thing.
That also definitely seems to be just bronze that you're poking. It doesn't move at all, though. You go to poke it, and it's just like your arrow just meets hard resistance.
I'll poke it in every orifice.
Okay, there actually are no orifices. Just think of like a statue bronze bust.
Can it
you
hold
poke
my
it
weight?
where orifices would be if it were real,
right?
And that doesn't seem to do anything.
Like pull down on it.
Doesn't move. Like
wow,
you can hang there from it if you want.
Cool.
Kind of creeps you out. Just a floating head, man.
Does it look like anything in particular? Is it the bust of like is it Caesar? Is it Napoleon? What is it about?
So you don't recognize it as a particular person, but it's definitely Arcantian features, and it looks like some civilized, well-cultured gentleman, not just, some random scrub. It's got the very, nice beard trim and all that. You get high society vibes from it. It is 11:30, so we will stop here.
What a cliffhanger!
Yeah, before I forget, I do want to put
Oh yeah, good.
some sort of piece of rubble or something that I think would stay on his head.
Like balance it on there.
Well, balance. I want it to do better than balance. I want something like kind of
I
shaped
have-
like it, or
I mean, you could put a
I
sack
can put an
over it if
apple
you-
on his head if you want.
Yeah, I kind of want to put it in a sack.
I just want to see if it moves while we're not here, or somebody else
Oh, I
comes
see
in
what you're
here.
saying. All right, so you wanna
Like just a curved rock or curved piece of rubble that would sit nicely.
Okay, I'm not sure how that's different than balancing, other than it's a very good balance. Is what you're
Yeah,
looking
that's
for.
what I'm going for. Yep,
Okay, you don't want it to just fall on its own as you walk away.
exactly. Yep.
Okay, yeah, no problem. You can find something
right.
without too much trouble.
That's it. I'm satisfied.
All right. Well, the good news is, given that you didn't get in a lot of combat or anything, I have more time to. So what I spent all week working on maps. I didn't get everything put into Fantasy Grounds, but you didn't get to any of the areas that I didn't have done yet for Fantasy Grounds. So I'll have time to have all that done before next week, and I'll have time to fix the crits again.
Mm-hmm.
Illusionary wall weirdness. Okay. The halflings are probably yelling right now. Watch out! The head will bite you. like the dumbest things, and then they think it's hilarious. All right, there you guys are in the dungeon. What time is it in the?
Last you told me when we came down the stairs, it was 10:30.
That was probably another 15 minutes, so probably 10:45.
Okay.
Which I think means you've only even been here for 3 hours since you left the inn, roughly. And like a good third to half of your time was just up top waiting for the thing to close. I guess that's probably a third. All right. I expect next week we'll see a little more action, because I think you're almost out of places you could go that don't have some. Unless you just want to become friends with the halflings and set up some sort of trade business.
I want to go buy some barrels of oil and shoot it down their hallway and light it on fire. Unless they're willing to buy a pass from us that says that we won't kill them.
That sounds like a fun negotiation next week.
All right. Well, I'm taking off right away this time. I'll catch you guys later.
Catch it.
See you.
You know what's interesting about this dungeon? It's big enough that I think you guys are going to have trouble even keeping track of where you've gone and still have to go sometimes.
Well, if you keep killing our fog of war, then yeah.
Well, if you leave the level, it just happens. I can't even do anything about that.
Map like we used to.
I'll start mapping some.
I mean, you also don't have to. If you want to occasionally screenshot before you lose your fog of war, I'm okay with that. That might be the quick and easy.
Fair enough, actually.
So, Derek, where was the? Did the town have a pretty good smith in it?
Yes. It's one
it
of the
has
marked
smith.
locations on the map.
I don't know that they can do like elven chain, if that's what you're talking about, but
No. I got this the dwarf mail, which probably isn't going to fit anybody. I was wondering if that would either be something they could retool or just straight up trade. Hey, chain for me. I'll give you this chain, whatever, or a discount somehow.
I don't know. You can figure that when you get to town.
Yep.
I like retooling a whole set of armor out of that chain, though. It's probably easier to just get a new set of armor made for humans. Best hit was 35, you said?
35.
Well, that's a good chunk of XP. I gave out the combat XP. If there was loot XP, I wouldn't give that until you get to town.
Are we doing?
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Which is an upside to avoiding combat if you can get loot anyway. That's going to be where the good XP is from the loot. Let's see. Honor. I'll get the kill count from Andrew and do that later.
It's on the sheet.
Halflings, I think it remains to be seen whether or not there's any honor gain or loss there. I definitely don't think there's been any loss yet. And what else am I forgetting? Oh, let me give people who had crits.
I had 2 or 3.
I had 1.
Was it 2 or was it 3?
Basil, Rothbert.
I'm going to give you temporal honor. It's just every 4 rolls over.
Rothbert had 2 against the baboons. Basil had 1 against the baboons.
2. I got Basil and Rothbert. Who was the other one?
I don't see a crit in the zombie fight.
Just Basil and Rothbert.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Teeger get one? No.
No.
He had lots of almost fumble. No, maybe he did. Someone. Here we go. Dave. Yeah, I guess it was just the 3. Okay. And if you guys think of other honor stuff, let me know. I'll look at the chart later and see if anything pops out. But I mean, nothing too exciting happened, so that's not a surprise. And I already gave Rothbert best hit, so I think we're good. I don't know if I'm doing MVP anymore. I think I'm leaning towards no, but we'll see.
Well, it's not.
At the very least, not tonight. I could see at the end of a major battle or quest or something being like, hey, honestly, I just don't like MVP that much.
I would just do, heroic awesome awards if they ever come up.
Yeah. I'd rather give out honor, I think, than XP for if there were an MVP type award. Problem is, a lot of people either abstained or just didn't seem like they cared most of the time. They didn't have a strong preference, which made it feel weird. I'm definitely all for like, damn man, that should be worth some honor. Like, just call that out mid-session, and we can do that sort of thing easy though.
Yeah.
Like honestly, Rothbert, I'm just gonna give you a bonus one because like Undead were exploding everywhere tonight.
From the legs up.
Probably
That's
looked pretty cool.
That's my thing.
I mean, I'm not going to do that every single time you explode things, but hey,
Sure.
It was a cool first impression probably for these party members who you're just learning. Oh, I got to look through the alignment charts later too. I think you're probably all fine. Not much has happened, but that'll be fun. All right, my biggest thing is fixed crits.